One Battle After Another, that had 13. And Best Director nominee include Chloe Zhao for Hamnet and Ryan Coogler for Sinners and Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme. There were a few snubs and surprises this year as well. Major misses include Wicked for Good going home empty-handed.
Nothing, yeah. It's pretty wild.
Despite the first film getting 10 nods last year. Paul Mescal is also missing out for his work in Hamnet, and Guillermo del Toro is failing to land a directing nod despite Frankenstein earning 9 nominations. One Battle After Another star, Chase Infinity, didn't get a nod either despite the movie grabbing 13 nominations. I don't know who Chase Infinity.
She's the daughter in...
no kidding. Okay. So they're not alone in missing out despite high expectations, of course. George Clooney's Jay Kelly missed out on nods. Weapons didn't get a screenplay nomination. That movie should have gotten some type of nomination.
Yeah. Listen, between Sinners and Weapons, I think Weapons is the better movie. I enjoyed Sinners. It's a good movie. It's not like a 16 Oscar picture, but good for them.
And Miley Cyrus didn't get a nomination for Best Original Song, despite campaigning for her song Dream As One from Avatar, Fire and Ash. So here's some of the big categories. Best Picture up for the award is Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. For actor in a leading role, Timothée Chalamet, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ethan, and I've already mentioned their movies, so I'm going to just kind of skip to it. Ethan Hawke in Blue Moon, Michael B. Jordan for Sinners, and Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent. Actress in a leading role, Jessie Buckley from Hamnet, Rose Byrne for If I'd Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
Oh, good for her.
Kate Hudson, Song Sung Blue, Renate Rensby, I guess is how you say their name, Sentimental Value, and Emma Stone for Begonia. Actor in a supporting role, Benicio del Toro for One Battle After Another, Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein, Delroy Lindo, love him, Sinners, Sean Penn, One Battle After Another, he was great in that. Yeah. And Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value. Actress in a supporting role, we have Elle Fanning in Sentimental Value, Inga Ibsdottir Leleas for Sentimental Value, Amy Madigan for Weapons, so she got nominated for that. Winmu Mosaku for Sinners, Win-Me, I'm sorry, and Teyana Taylor for One Battle After Another. For animated feature film, the movie Arco, the movie Elio, K-pop Demon Hunters, Little Emile, or The Character of Rain, and Zootopia 2 are up for that award. So we will find out when the awards come along who walks away with the statue. So we'll see.
I always feel good going into it when I feel like I have an informed opinion, and I've seen a lot of those movies.
Yeah, as have I. Yeah.
Begonia, by the way,
I still have to see Begonia.
It's streaming now. I think is it maybe on Peacock or something like that.
You liked it?
I did. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
All right. So Paris Hilton revisited a painful moment in her life, the 2004 release of the sex tape that featured her on Capitol Hill on Thursday. The sex wasn't on Capitol Hill. She appeared on Capitol Hill.
That's some of the hottest stuff I've ever seen. Just from an observer's point of view, if you could cup a scrotum.
Oh, my God. What was he doing there?
He was there. He loved it.
Okay.
He got the call.
All right.
Live sex show.
She said, when I was 19 years old, a private, intimate video of me was shared with the world without my consent. People called it a scandal. It wasn't. It was abuse. Accompanied by Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Representative Laurel Lee, and surrounded by reporters, the reality star, singer, and business mogul endorsed the Disrupt Explicit Forged Images and Non-Consensual Edits Act. That spelled out as defiance. It's the Defiance Act.
For a second, I thought it was the C word.
The legislation would allow victims of AI-generated, sexually explicit content to take legal action against the people who create, distribute, and solicit it with the intent to distribute.
I think that's fair.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. She said there were no laws at the time to protect me. There weren't even words for what had been done to me. The internet was still new, and so was the cruelty that came with it. She said the tape of her from more than 2 decades ago caused serious pain, starting with people's treatments of her at the time it came out. She said they called me names. They laughed and made me a punchline.
They released the video. Remember that One Night in Paris?
Yeah, so they sold my pain for clicks, And they told me to be quiet, to move on, to even be grateful for the attention. These people didn't see me as a young woman who had been exploited. They didn't see the panic that I felt, the humiliation or the shame. No one asked me what I lost. Meanwhile, Hilton said she never received any profit from the video. She donated a $400,000 settlement that she received from Salomon to charity. So she said that she was speaking out on behalf of those not lucky enough to have the public platform that she has, and concluded saying, I am Paris Hilton, a woman, a wife, a mom, a survivor, and what was done to me was wrong, and I will keep telling the truth to protect every woman, every girl, every survivor now and for the future. And by the way, the Defiance Act passed in the Senate last week.
So the guy was Rick Solomon. That was her boyfriend at the time. Who took the they'd since broken up, and then he marketed the video.
Yep.
We used to play that clip. Check it out.
There's all that news recently about Matthew McConaughey trademarking all right.
Yeah.
She trademarked That's Hot 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I just thought that was she's an innovative business person.
That's right. Yeah.
She's turned out to be to have the goods as far as self-preservation and being self-employed and all that.
And I gladly write out that check every time I use the phrase "That's hot."
That's hot.
That's
right?
hot. All right, so the Milan Winter Olympics just got 2 degrees hotter with the newly announced torchbearers. Heated rivalry stars Hudson Williams and Connor Story have not slowed down since the viral fame of their hockey love story, and now they're going to be official torchbearers in the Olympic torch relay. The ceremony is set to end on February 6th in Milan, and it is not known at this time when the duo will take part in the relay. The Olympic Winter Games Milano Cortina will be broadcast on NBC and can be watched in a live stream on Peacock.
At what point does Gary Busey take over the torch?
He is kind of at the beginning. I want to make sure that he's still alive. So Hudson and Connor's hit show has taken the world by storm, seeing the actors presenting at the Golden Globes and scoring season 2 renewal with HBO. Now they're going to be torchbearers. Dylan Efron is publicly backing Ashley Tisdale amid fallout from her viral essay about breaking up with my toxic mom group, saying on Watch What Happens Live that I try to stay out of that, so I don't know too much, but stressed all I know is Ashley, since I was a kid, she's been so sweet to me. He said, so I can't envision her doing anything malicious to the mom group. Before conceding, though, hopefully it's just a misunderstanding. I honestly don't know what's going on there.
I have to echo that because she hasn't done a damn thing to me, and that's all I can go on.
Right.
Dylan expressed his confusion by the drama, saying, I honestly don't know what happened. All I can say is she's been so sweet. And he pointed to Tisdale personally supporting, noting that she came to Dancing with the Stars to support me, and I can't see where this drama would come from.
And
so
now
he's
they're
backing her up.
They're making a movie or a TV show based on that whole thing.
Well, they're talking about about writing something.
Okay.
So we'll see if that comes to life or not. All right, has Zoe Kravitz found her soulmate? Page 6 is quoting sources close to the actress saying that Harry Styles, who she's been linked with since last August, has Kravitz believing that he's the real deal. The actor was most recently engaged to Channing Tatum, of course, before they split in 2024. The last woman Styles was spotted with prior to Kravitz was producer Ella Kenney, who he was seen kissing at the Glastonbury Festival last June.
So you were a Styles or a Tatum guy?
That's a good question. I like them both a lot, I like Harry Styles. Remember, he had that interaction at a Wawa in Delaware with somebody.
Cool.
It was really cool. And he was, super duper famous. I mean, he was still high profile. He still is.
Let me refine the search pattern for you.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Who would you prefer gently nibbling your earlobe?
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
It's tough, right?
Chaney's got a great body.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go
Oh, really?
with him.
Yeah. I'd go Harry. He just seems like a little bit softer. Maybe,
Yeah, but I like it hard.
Yeah. Marissa, any inclination between the two?
Channing.
All right. There you go. Marissa likes it hard, too.
Yeah.
So we've all, how about you?
Tatum. Channing
Wow.
Channing Tatum. Okay. Wow. Okay.
All day.
Harry,
Yeah.
it's you and Harry, Case.
Yeah. All right.
You and Harry.
I got them all to myself.
Yeah, you do.
He just released a song yesterday.
I know.
You guys know all about Aperture?
No.
I don't.
No.
Is it good?
I haven't listened to it yet, but I just know it's out.
All right.
I have a
He's big in-
16-year-old daughter.
He's big in your household, right?
Listen, I'm a big fan. Harry's House, I listen to it while I work out at the gym. I think it's great.
All right, so let's move on to something else. Prue Leith had announced our departure from the Great British Bake Off after 9 years. And at the time, no replacement has been announced. A day later, a frontrunner has emerged for the gig. Not long after the news of Lee's departure broke, multiple outlets were reporting that Nigella Lawson is in final talks to take over her role on the hit show.
That'd be good.
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
be. She's no stranger to fans of cooking shows. She hosted or appeared in several, including Nigella at My Table and The Taste as well. So she could be a really
It's a good
replacement.
show. They'll do what I like. They'll do those occasional. They've got their classic recipe. They say they're making like a devil's food cake, but like halfway through the process, here's an ingredient. Surprise ingredient: human poop. No, but they'll throw in something that's
Well, the alien in the space station would love that.
Oh, I'm down.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot he eats diarrhea.
Someone's making my birthday cake.
Yeah. All right, so CBS made a huge announcement yesterday regarding the future of many of its series. 10 of the network shows are getting a callback. So you have The Amazing Race, Elizabeth, Fire Country, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, Matlock, NCIS, NCIS Origins, NCIS Sydney are all back. Survivor and Tracker have been granted renewals. Still on the bubble, though, DMV, Watson, and The Road.
DMV is not bad.
Steve, I watch it too. It's
a
kind
pretty
of fun.
Yeah, it's officey. Same sort of approach.
Yep.
At a DMV.
Some likable characters.
Okay.
They're fun.
I'm not familiar with it at all.
It's like The Office, where it's just that first person talking to the camera.
Is
in
this
a
the
DMV.
first season, is my question.
Yeah, first season.
It is?
Yeah.
All right, so then they may not be getting exactly. That's what they got to
gotta
spend time.
Yeah,
they got to spend
but they
time.
don't.
with
You remember Seinfeld was right on the cusp of being canceled.
Yes.
The third season, and then all right, we'll give it another, and that's when it took off.
Yeah. It had previously been announced that The Neighborhood would not be coming back after its 8th season concludes in the spring.
It's a terrible show.
Is it?
I like everybody on it, but it is terrible.
What's that one about?
It's just about there's a white family living in a predominantly black area of town. I wouldn't call it like All in the Family in reverse. It's very lighthearted.
Yeah.
But the comedies, it makes two broke girls look like a Scorsese movie.
Okay.
I love Two Broke Girls.
All right, Disney Plus just released the first look at the fan favorite villain Darth Maul's own animated series, Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord.
He
It
should
be
actually run him. Yeah.
M-A-L-L.
Yeah,
is what
run
it
him
is.
off. Darth Maul.
Yeah. So the intense trailer sees the red and black intergalactic Sith Lord in a new territory and out for revenge on the Empire. Helmed by Disney pillar Dave Filoni, the animated series follows Filoni's beloved Star Wars.
He doesn't stand for baloney.
The Clone Wars.
I would love to see Darth Maul in the office crunching the numbers, sitting there like, what's going on with Spencer's?
Yeah.
Things remembered's doing great.
It could be about Maul culture.
Yeah. Darth Maul.
And how
Yeah.
it's fading away, and he's
Right.
struggling with that.
What can we do?
Yeah.
What's going in where Boscov's was?
The animated series follows Filoni's beloved Star Wars The Clone Wars style and promises a
I don't stand for baloney.
grittier look at the galaxy under Palpatine's rule.
I always thought Maul got short shrift. He was such a, I thought he was a pretty cool character, and they cut him in half.
They cut him in half. I thought, he definitely could have had a longer run, maybe through that whole trilogy. I do have a Maul question, though,
Sure.
not a Darth Maul question.
An actual Maul?
An actual Maul question. What do they do with all the change that gets thrown into the fountains? Does that get donated to charity or
They
anything
usually do that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sometimes there's a little plaque, and I'll say, money will be donated to XYZ charity.
Right.
Okay.
All right, so look for
Which is a Rush charity, President.
No, that's
YYZ.
Close.
Yeah.
Darth Maul's animated series. All right, and then one last story, and then we'll move on to a couple other things. Sports broadcast legend Bob Costas is returning to NBC as a host of the pregame for the network's new Sunday Night Baseball, which will air before the games run on both NBC and Peacock. Costas has been a mainstay on the network for nearly 4 decades. Leaving NBC back in 2019. His first broadcast will be on Thursday, March 26th at Dodger Stadium, as the Los Angeles Dodgers will host the Arizona Diamondbacks. Steve and I are both big fans of Bob Costas.
Yeah, his late night show was pretty good. Recently, though, when he had the pink eye on air.
Yeah.
I mean, that was probably 2 Olympics ago.
Yeah, it was a while back.
Yeah, but he looked like he was an X-Men.
All right, there are some new movies that are opening this weekend. Sit back, relax. We're going to tell you all about them. All right, First, we're going to talk about the movie Mercy, sci-fi action starring Chris Pratt, Rebecca Ferguson, and Kaylee Reese, who we had in our studio yesterday. She was wonderful. So in the near future, a detective stands on trial accused of murdering his wife. He has 90 minutes to prove his innocence to the advanced AI judge that he once championed before it determines his fate. Running time is 1 hour and 40 minutes. It's a PG-13 rate. Wide theater release. Rotten Tomatoes score is 25%.
Wow. You know what? These are the kinds of movies that I like anyway.
Yeah.
So
I still want to see it.
yeah, just don't make the bad guy be his best friend the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Then you have Return to Silent Hill, horror, mystery. Stars Jeremy Irvine, Hannah Emily Anderson. When James receives a mysterious letter from his lost love, Mary, he's drawn to Silent Hill, a once familiar town now consumed by darkness. As he searches for her, James faces monstrous creatures and unravels a terrifying truth that will push him to the edge of his sanity. Running time is 1 hour and 46 minutes. It's rated R. It gets a wide theater release. Rotten Tomatoes score is 9%.
9.
That's the bad
You
one.
and I are both big fans of Silent Hill.
Love that game.
The movies were actually pretty decent. So this is wild that it's this bad.
Yeah, we'll see. We got to remember, go out and form your own opinion.
Yeah.
All right, now we have some clips to play. Stumble follows a disgraced cheerleading coach who, after a viral scandal, gets stuck coaching a misfit team at a tiny school. And here, Jarrett Austin Brown shares what's coming for the back half of the season.
Just ride with us. See if we make it all the way across that finish line. You know, it's been a fun run so far. The team has its hiccups. They have the good days, the bad days. That's what makes this world so grand and so much fun. So just keep riding with us. I think you'll be surprised. You're in store for a lot of heart.
It's not funny!
New episode of Stumble will air tonight at 8:30 on NBC. Here's our next clip. Drum roll, please. Skyscraper Live will have viewers experience a true high-stakes live broadcast as climber Alex Hanold ascends the Taipei 101 skyscraper. And here, Alex details how he stays calm during a climb.
I'm focused on what I'm doing. And so I'm not thinking about all the other things. And that's kind of why you think about a lot of those things ahead of time, to sort of do all the processing that you need and then commit to the path that you're on. And then when you climb, you're sort of unencumbered by all those other thoughts. Ideally. I mean, sometimes you get up there and you're like, oh my God, what am I doing?
I might have some more details on that later if we dive into the junk drawer. Skyscraper live streams 8 p.m. tonight on Netflix, by the way. All right, there you go. Your entertainment report in a complete little package for you. We'll put a bow on it and send that away. We now have the weekend in our sights.
Oh, yeah.
It is a No Sad Bro Friday. We will give away our Word of the Week prize this morning at the end of the program. You can join Marissa at the Tasties Award Show coming up on February 1st, and this is a full VIP hookup for that. We also have a check-in with Nor'easter Nick about the oncoming snow on Sunday, what we can expect, what his latest information tells him. So we'll get to that close to 8 o'clock or so. And then stopping by the studio this morning, I just love saying these names, Dr.Blasphemy and Reggie Bugmuncher are coming here from the Tattoo Festival, and they're going to do some sideshow feats for us.
So like some pretty freaky stuff from what we hear, yeah.
So we'll get to all that. And, of course, Connoisseur is coming up and a few other things that will sprinkle about your morning. Stay with us. Sun's coming up, and we'll be right back.
I think I'm just going to do it on my computer. If I keep walking up in there, I'm going to get in the
No, don't put it on there. Don't put it on there. Just
and
let
you
us
know
know
the scoring process, right?
Yeah, they get penalized.
For incorrect answers.
Do you know how to add and subtract?
Wait. Hold on. Wait.
I was about to ask, are we going to get the calculator involved here? Or?
I am not. I don't watch Jeopardy. So if they get it wrong, they subtract that amount that they are.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
got it.
Yeah, we'll help you out along the way.
Okay.
All right.
This is why we did fewer answers here for this.
Because
All
we're
right.
idiots.
Hold on. Now Nick Murphy's moving. Dude.
So you can see the game board.
All right, we good to go?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, here we go. Since he's the birthday boy, we will allow Nick to get us started. So, Nick, what's it going to be?
All right, well, let's start with Round the World for 100, please.
All right, here we go. And the answer is Wyoming's largest lake. It lies right in the middle of a national...
Hey!
Nick McElwain.
What is Lake Yellowstone?
Yellowstone Lake. We'll give it to you. Yes. Yes. Okay, that's 100 points for Nick. All right, Nick, you get to choose again.
I'll take Round the World for 200, please.
All right, and the answer to that question, I shouldn't have trimmed my nails. I can't get this off here. At over 3,500,000 square miles, this desert covers an area larger than Australia.
Hey!
Nick.
What is the Sahara?
That is correct.
Yeah.
So far, 300 points for Nick, 0 for Ryan.
Picked a topic he is strong in, by the way.
Yeah, geography nerd here.
Yeah.
I'll do around the world for 300, please.
All right. Next answer is the number of states that touch the Pacific Ocean.
Hey!
Nick.
What is 5?
That is correct.
Wow.
You want to try and run the category?
Yeah, around the world for 400, please.
All right, here we go. Around the world for 400. All right. The smallest and shallowest of the world's 5 oceans is this one.
Hey!
Nick.
What is the Arctic?
That is correct. He ran the category.
Damn.
Kathy, what's the total so far?
1,000 points.
1,000 points for Nick. 0 for Ryan. Well done, Kathy Romano.
What an adder.
On the math. All right, Nick, next category.
All right, let's just keep going to the right. We'll do hooray for Hollywood for 100, please.
All right, and the answer is this PBS bird has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Hey!
Nick.
Who is Big Bird?
That is correct.
Wow.
All right.
Ryan.
I think Ryan's being nice.
Coffee didn't kick in yet.
You're just tuning in. Ryan Long, 16-time Jeopardy champion, taking on Nick McElwain in Jeopardy for his birthday. Did you want to do 200?
Yes, yeah.
I assume. Okay. I started.
Sometime Alex would pick a.
I'm going to override you on that and go with Potent Potables for 400.
Hooray for Hollywood. Here we go. Marilyn Monroe adored this jazz great and helped her get a booking at a Hollywood hotspot. Ryan.
Take a shot. Ella Fitzgerald.
That is correct.
In the form of a question. In the form of a question.
Go ahead. Jeopardy champ, Ryan Long.
My apologies. It's my Jeopardy champ privilege showing.
That is right. And by the way, in the first round, they were usually a little lenient with that.
Yes,
so.
they are. Now they get there are 2 rounds. What do you think? We're half-assed here, just because the board is falling apart. We left out double Jeopardy.
Who is Ella Fitzgerald?
Very, very well done. Yes,
that's my reaction time's a little slow. I said.
All right. All right. So next category. Where would you like to go, Ryan?
Go on with Hollywood for 3.
All right. And the answer is she wrote Love to You All over her tiny bare footprints in 1935. And she was only 6 years old. Ryan.
Who is Shirley Temple?
That is correct. All right. What's the score so far, Kathy?
It is 1,100 to 500.
Yay for Kathy.
Yay, good job, Kathy. I'm her fact checker. Yeah, I got the thing.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, Ryan, you get to choose again.
Hollywood for 4, please.
All right, we're going to close out the category, and here we go. Her father, Pat, created both the Today and Tonight shows as president of NBC. This is one of the tougher questions. Her father, Pat, created both the Today and Tonight shows as president.
This dead air is going to make for great radio.
Of NBC.
Yeah,
if they don't get it, I want to go for it.
We do get penalized for getting them wrong, so I'm not going to ring in on this one.
All right. Steve, what's the answer?
Sigourney Weaver?
That is correct.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice. Hey. All right. And Ryan, you still have the board.
Stupid answers for 1.
All right, we're going straight across here. All right, stupid answers. In 1981, this 9-letter word was added to the state flag of Wisconsin. Ryan, your answer, please.
What is Wisconsin?
That is correct. 100 points.
He cracked himself over that.
Next.
Stupid for 2.
All right, and
this is a topic we all excel at.
Our answer is, it is the first verb in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Hey!
Nick.
What is pledge?
That is correct. Yes, 200 points for Nick. Nick, you have control of the board.
Let's go for those about to rock for 100, please.
All right, we're switching categories. Here is your answer. After hearing Elvis live in his hometown of Lubbock, Texas, he switched to singing rock and roll. Ryan, your answer?
Who is Buddy Holly?
That is correct. 100 points for
Ryan, a big music fan. We know that.
Ryan, you now have control.
Let's go stupid answers for 3 and satisfy my OCD.
All right.
Yeah, I hate when they don't finish this.
We almost got it complete in order all the way across. All right, here we go. It is the one-word name of the Ben & Jerry's flavor described as vanilla ice cream with vanilla bean specks? Ryan, your answer?
What is vanilla?
That is correct. Yes, 300 points for Ryan.
I forgot the category for a second.
Stupid.
Mata Hoople?
Yeah. All right, Ryan, we're going 400 here?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, stupid answers for 400. Closing out the category. In 1452, Leonardo da Vinci was born near a small Tuscan hill town called this.
Hey!
Nick.
What is Florence?
That is incorrect. Ryan is buzzing in.
What is Vinci?
That is correct! Leonardo of Vinci.
Yes.
And he was born
I guess I'm just a little stupider than you, buddy.
Kathy, what's the score so far?
It is 900 to 1400.
All right, so Nick has the lead right now. So where do we want to go in Those About to Rock?
For Those About to Rock for 4.
All right, 4. We're going to the bottom of the category. Ryan gets to choose. If you're just tuning in, Jeopardy champion Ryan Long facing off against Nick for his birthday. Here is the answer. At the concert for Bangladesh, George Harrison got this guitarist to chime in on While My Guitar Gently Weeps. We go to Nick.
Who is Eric Clapton?
That is correct. 400 points for Nick. Nick, you have control of the board.
For Those About to Rock for 300, please.
All right. Next answer is, this arena rock trio hit it big in the 70s with the Ayn Rand-inspired album 2112.
Hey!
Nick?
Who was Rush?
Better get that right.
And for 200, please.
All right, final category, and here we go. Final answer. This 90s band named themselves after the Seattle art installation.
Hey!
Nick.
Who is Soundgarden?
That is correct. Wow. All right, at the end of round 1, Kathy, what's the score?
Nick is leading with 1,800, Ryan with 1,400.
All right. Okay, narrowed it down a little bit, but we're close. So we move on to Double Jeopardy now.
Where the scores can really change.
That is correct. In fact, they double. And I got to make sure, Nick Murphy, I move this into the proper location.
Yes.
Is that good? All right, he says it looks good.
He
All right.
also says to wet your lips and seduce the camera.
Now, normally we go over and we interview the contestants at this point. Actually,
yes.
it's during the break.
Do it
it's during
now.
the break of first. So, Nick McElwain, you have a very large head.
Yes, I do.
Tell us about that.
Was that painful for your mother?
Yeah. In fact, Steve, she ended up having 3 straight C-sections as a result, and
we share that kind of in common. My mother was in a very long birth because apparently my head got stuck. So.
You know what? I will. I'll say I'll say hi to my mom. It's her half birthday today. But she's the reason I started watching Jeopardy in the first place. So Ryan, in a weird twist of fate, maybe part of the reason why you're here today is because of my mom, and I love Betsy dearly, and she's a huge Jeopardy fan and a huge fan of yours, Ryan. So shout out to Betsy.
That's pretty cool.
Shout out to Betsy.
All right, Ryan Long, you're from Bucks County, Pennsylvania?
Well, I grew up there part of the way, but yeah, pretty much.
All right, where do you call home now?
I live in Mount Airy.
In Mount Airy. All right, and
You're my neighbor.
Yeah, I sure am.
Should come over.
See how I hesitated, but politely though?
Yeah, no, I would too. I would never go near my house.
Real quick, tell us about your, Nick went and auditioned for Jeopardy. Tell us about the steps that you went through to eventually make it on the show.
Oh, well, yeah, I auditioned, and this is, I guess, are they doing them in person now?
You start online, the online process, and it used to be different than it is now.
Yeah, no. Well, I took the online, and then I did a Zoom interview, and then I just, sat on my ass for a year and a half.
A year and a half?
Year and a half?
So when
about 14 months. Yeah.
It was wild for a bit, Ryan, because the only pool of contestants they were pulling from were in the Los Angeles area, where we're right there. During COVID, they weren't bringing people or making people travel, and now it's opened up again. And you very often now find people from Philadelphia in this area on Jeopardy.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess we are very good at hiding our smarts. So.
I think there's a lady on Monday that's from Philly as well.
Yes.
I think I saw something on Action News last night or the day before. So we're going to have another Philly contestant representing Philly on Jeopardy next week.
Nice.
All right, well,
By the way, Preston, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
You're doing an excellent job, and Kathy, as scorekeeper, is doing a phenomenal job as well.
Thank you.
She is.
And Casey, as fact checker to the scorekeeper, is doing a great job.
I think we stayed away from any pronunciations where I might need to use a dialect, which is always one of Alex's great skills. When he would pronounce something, no matter what language or what dialect it was, he would make sure that he rolled his R's when it was necessary and so on.
You'll just sound like Borat.
I will. Let's begin.
To watch the ladies make water.
All right, so let's get started. Casey, give me some music here as we head into round number 2. Give me like the Jeopardy theme. Something a little more upbeat. Because we're going to. All right, so the categories for round 2 are. Thank you. I know. Worked really hard on that. Cinespeak, Do a 180, All in Our Heads and Textbooks, and Fuzzy Friends.
Fuzzy Friend.
Those are the categories. All right, so the way it usually works is whoever leads has control of the board, I believe.
No,
whoever's losing has control of the board, I believe. Ryan, you get to be
He gets to spin the wheel.
All right, Ryan, where are we going to go?
Jesus. For Fuzzy Friends for 400.
Fuzzy Friends for 400. All right, now we're taking a different approach. We're going to bounce around the board a little bit here. All right, so the answer is, when faced with danger, certain ducks, snakes, and mammals do this, also called thanatosis. Ryan, what's the answer?
What is Playing Dead?
That is correct. So 400 points for Ryan. Next, please.
All in Our Heads and Textbooks for 2, please.
All right. And that answer is, an infant might exhibit this type of anxiety when they are taken away from someone to whom they have a strong attachment. An infant might exhibit this type of anxiety when taken away from someone to whom... Yes, Nick.
What is separation anxiety?
That is correct.
Nice.
200 points for Nick. All right, thanks, Chris. Normally I do, the short outs and butt plugs around Bizarre File Time, but we've got Nor'easter Nick who's going to be joining us around that, so I'm gonna do a couple of those now, if you guys don't mind. This is a plug. This says, hey, guys, my name is Martin Hoger, owner and operator of Steam Pub in Southampton, and I've visited the studio many times for meet and eat segments, Burger Brawl promotions in the studio, as well as hosting MMR takeover events at the pub. With Casey Boy and Marissa over the years, we've always appreciated seeing Steve wear his green Steam Pub shirt from time to time.
Yeah, it's a good shirt.
And he attached a press release on here for, he said, a close friend who's been in the national news over the last few weeks, and we're trying to support him and his family as much as possible and would appreciate any coverage that you can provide. Our friend Pete, a local small business owner and father of 3, nearly lost his life after being hospitalized with necrotizing fasciitis.
It's a flesh-eating disease.
That's exactly what that is, and it turned into sepsis. Doctors were not optimistic early on. Pete survived, but his kidneys failed. Now he has to be on dialysis 3 days a week with no clear timeline for recovery. Currently unable to return to physical work that he does and is forced on regaining his strength one day at a time. So friends and family organized a GoFundMe to help support Pete and his family. And thanks to an overwhelming community response, they've raised over $32,000. But as Pete's recovery continues, we've taken the next step by organizing a benefit concert to keep that support going. The event, called Pete Palooza, will feature classic live Stones, which is a Stones tribute band. Tickets include food, drinks, live show. All proceeds from the benefit concert go directly to Pete's recovery and ongoing medical needs. And you can go to PetePalooza.com.
PetePalooza.com.
To get the information. And by the way, his story's been covered by, it says here, Action News, Philly Voice, Philly Burbs, Bucks County Courier Times, Yahoo News, and so on. So they said we'd be incredibly grateful if you consider sharing Pete's story.
Your uncle had a form of that?
Yeah,
right?
He almost died. It was necrotizing fasciitis. It was from believe it or not, it was hemorrhoid surgery that he had gotten done. Wow. And somehow or another there was contamination.
Yeah.
And he doesn't talk about it.
Yeah, no.
He will not talk about it. But
a dark point in his life.
It ate away most of his ass.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? But it was almost dead. He was right on the edge of death. So that stuff is super serious. So wanted to mention that for you guys. So there's that plug. And then this is one from Catherine Spear. She said, hey, we love the show. We're wondering if you could give us a shout out to your listeners. We're a senior complex in Ocean City, New Jersey, our 5th year of this campaign, surprising veterans in nearby facilities with Valentine's goodie bags.
Aww.
And we've been featured on some of the news stations, and please help us make a Veterans Valentine's Day sweeter with a donation. That is from Margie McCloskey. And so they had, it's called their Heart Drive, and their goal is to assemble 800 bags of love. And they're asking for people to donate things like wrapped Valentine's heart candy boxes, individually sealed packs of crackers, cookies, tasty cakes, trail mix, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And any new items that are red, such as socks or gloves, T-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, a gift card from Wawa, Walmart, Dunkin' Donuts, or restaurants, stuff like that will work too. And they've set up an Amazon wish list. They sent me the URL, but it's kind of long and clunky. But allows you to easily order online. So if you want to do a quick search on Have a Heart for Veterans Drive, you'll be able to find out information. And also they have phone numbers here. Kathy Spears' number is 609-399-6702. Or Rebecca Visram is 609-399-6701. And they're looking for donations before February 9th. So if you heard this and it sounds interesting and you weren't able to write that down, just go back and grab our podcast or watch us on YouTube, and you'll have the number.
Yeah, it'll be right there. All right.
So if you could pass that along or help out, that would be great. So there's your plugs, and I think junk drawer.
Hey.
It's the junk drawer. Preston's cleaning out his junk drawer, getting things out of his junk drawer, finding stuff here in the junk drawer.
All right, let me dig into the drawer here and see what I can find. Oh, yeah. Did you guys hear? There's some snow coming this weekend.
Yeah.
What?
And with that, we're not the only ones. Obviously, across the country, there's going to be some nasty snow. But weather experts have warned about possibly exploding trees. So they have literally said there is an exploding tree warning that is in place.
So what causes a tree to explode besides dynamite?
So temperatures could go low, and that's a chance that woodland areas start to become very dangerous to visit. Forecasters have warned about the exploding trees, which could see many areas of forest completely destroyed in the cold snap. When trees, quote-unquote, explode, it's not a violent burst, but it happens as a result of water inside the sap of the tree freezing. And the extreme cold temperature causes them to freeze, expand, and then crack the bark of the tree. And it does result in a loud gunshot-like noise, according to forecasters.
If you go do any sort of hiking with regularity after an ice storm or a cold snap, you'll see not only will you see limbs down, but you'll see like pulp, as if there was like a spray pattern.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, so they will crack in a big way, and but it makes a loud noise when it happens. So it can also cause heavy branches and limbs to fall, damaging structures and power lines. Residents in the Midwest were split into two camps with the warning, with some unaware that trees could explode, while others were not all too familiar. But a few wrote, we lost my beautiful maple this way during the last cold snap. And they said it really is a terrifying noise.
Do you know what I'm always a little afraid of? Are the spontaneous combusting squirrels. Yeah, if you've ever walked.
Terrifying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody else said when I was in Maine, trees were exploding because it got so cold they sounded like bombs. Up in Michigan last winter, somebody else said there were tons of natural forest destroyed, roads blocked for days, and many communities affected. But others had no idea that exploding trees were even possible.
You know, we were talking about that in general, you always tend to think, okay, the animals out in the woods, and, this is what they do. This is the nature of the beast, so on and so forth. Animals are subject to extreme conditions as well, regardless of, being out in nature, and they can freeze to death, and all that can occur as well.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how resilient, though.
They're incredibly
resilient. I mean, they're made for that. You're
right,
but that
doesn't mean they're completely impervious.
No, you're absolutely right about that. But the fact that some organisms can survive in those harsh conditions is pretty impressive.
The exploding elk, for example,
come on,
is very subject.
Kaboom. Yeah, so exploding trees, I'd never heard of that.
Me neither. I can't believe I'm this year's old, and I'm just hearing of this.
You just accepted flying squirrels as a thing.
I know.
All right, let me go back into the junk drawer here. All right, so here's another one that has to do with the cold. This is from a doctor, Dr. Alok Patel, a physician at Stanford Medicine Children's Health, explains about how to keep kids safe in extreme cold.
I like this guy. He works closely with Dr.Blasphemy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
who's coming in later this morning with Reggie Bugmuncher.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not making that name up.
Oh, that's who's coming in on the show.
So he explains that kids, especially babies and toddlers, are at higher risk because of their lack of awareness and because they tend to lose more heat than adults. When little ones are exposed to the cold or spend an extended amount of time in extremely cold conditions, they can develop cold-related injuries like hypothermia or frostbite. And these are some tips for keeping your kids safe.
Let me ask you.
Yes.
What would be the benefit, or would there be a benefit to keeping your infant in a crock pot?
Oh, only if you're outside.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it like on the kitchen counter or anything like
all
that.
right.
All right, so even at freezing temperatures of 32 degrees, it can be risky to take infants outside, obviously. Patel says that doctors don't recommend that kids play outside when the wind chill is below negative 15 degrees.
What?
As that's when uncovered skin can start freezing in minutes.
Have you ever gotten anything close to frostbite?
No.
I did.
Yeah.
It's on my two toes. We were actually filming a Super 8 millimeter movie when I was a kid, and I was going around in flippers. The whole idea was a dumb thing that I came up with. But I was out in the snow, lost track of how cold my feet were.
Oh, no kidding.
But the thing is, when you get that, you are prone to get it in the same spot from there on in. So that's from sometimes.
Yeah.
That's where I'll feel the cold the most.
Okay. So hypothermia symptoms to watch out for in kids. The CDC reports that these include shivering, drowsiness, exhaustion, confusion, memory loss, slurred speech. And for babies, they can include bright red or cold skin and low energy.
I don't know how I'd react to a baby with slurred speech.
Right? Yes.
I can't understand what he's trying to tell me.
Right?
This is not usual for this 6-month-old.
Also, you need to be aware of frostbite symptoms. So these include redness of skin redness or skin pain, white or grayish yellow skin areas, skin that feels unusually firm or waxy, and numbness. So when you had your frostbite, did it discolor the skin at all?
Yes,
okay.
it discolored. It got like a darker color.
Okay.
And
did it remain that way?
No.
Okay.
No, it wasn't severe, but it was enough that it. And maybe it's just something that I'm psychosomatically believing is the case, but it seems to be more sensitive there and has remained so throughout my life.
I thought I read something not that long ago that what comes up short of frostbite is frost nip. I'm pretty sure. I kid you not.
Maybe my nips are frosted.
No, but
I'd like my nips frosted, please.
No, like a nip instead of a bite.
Oh, maybe okay. Maybe that's what I have.
To where it's not like full blown frostbite,
Right.
but it is a condition.
Okay.
So
maybe that would be more linear to what I have.
Frost nips.
My nipples are so frosty. Keep your nipples frosty, guys.
Use that.
Keep your head on a swivel and keep your nipples frosty.
I'm sure I just brought you around to a nickname for someone you know.
Frost nips.
Old frost nips. So use that if you want.
Live at the Palladium.
Ryan, do me a favor, and will you grab me the historian file off of my desk, please? Because there's a local story that has to do with wind chill that I found interesting.
Old frost nips is back.
Yeah.
I need a quick ruling on a video I saw yesterday.
All right.
You guys as parents, you have kids, and sometimes I see these things and I'm like, that seems fine. And I'm like, is that something would be judged?
Right.
Imagine taking a baby who is young enough that they're just crawling, can't walk.
Okay.
And you're trying to keep them like to stay in place and not crawl all over the place. So they're in a sleep sack, which is, Steve, it's like the dress where their feet are open inside, but they can't get out of it. This guy unzipped the bottom of the sleep sack, put a 20-pound weight in the sleep sack on the ground, zipped it back up, and then the baby was just kind of like connected to it, anchored, and couldn't move around.
That seems like it would work.
Is that fine?
My parents would just put a TV on me.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't hate that. I would have to see that. I'm
Okay.
having a hard time picturing what that looks like. But I mean, I don't see that as any worse as the leash that they put some kids on.
It's so demeaning.
And while I look at that at times, I'm like, maybe, it depends.
Yeah.
Is the kid a runner,
Did you ever use a nail gun?
No, it did not use a nail gun.
No.
I was a leash kid for one summer.
Oh, were you
really?
Yeah, on the
I could see
boardwalk.
you must have been adorable on a leash.
I'm sure I was running around everywhere.
Marissa, I'd have to take a look at that.
Okay,
if you can show that to me.
I'll try to find the video and send it to you guys. I need a ruling.
Yeah. All right. So besides frostbite, so it says here that I told you the skin differences.
Right.
You need to keep an eye out for those. They said that kids outside sometimes aren't paying attention to the signs of frostbite, so you need to keep an eye on your kids.
That would have been me.
Yeah. Also, pay attention to kids' hydration. Dehydration and poor nutrition can raise the risk of hypothermia, so make sure they eat meals before cold weather activities and drink plenty of water. Plus, if they're out like sledding and stuff like that, they're not paying attention to the fact that they're thirsty because they're not getting all that overheated, or it doesn't
and then
seem
the
that way.
speech becomes slurry.
And there you go.
Gaga goo goo, he keeps saying. I don't understand it.
And of course, the best way for kids to dress is in layers, and they're easy to take off if they get too hot. You can put them in thermal clothes and waterproof or water repellent fabric to make sure they have an appropriate shoes and high socks and all that
Hey,
stuff.
when they're outside, can you remove that 20-pound weight from their pants?
I think you can. That's all I had when I was a kid was layers, right? Like we didn't have snow pants, so all we had was put on 4 pairs of sweatpants.
Yeah.
Do you know the funny thing is?
Multiple jeans.
The funny thing was the cold conducting aspect of those rubber boots we used to wear.
Right.
Like it was completely antithetical to keeping your feet warm, no matter what kind of socks you put on underneath.
Maybe kept them dry. Didn't keep them warm. Yep.
All right. There's another thing I have somewhere in here in the junk drawer. Let me see.
Nice.
Here it is. Okay, so wind chill, the wind chill, scale, has been a staple of the National Weather Service forecast and media weather report since 1973, and it has Pennsylvania ties. Wind chill is a measure of heat loss from the body from the combination of temperature and wind. And what we know about the effects has a lot to do with former Eagle Scout Paul Sipple, who is from Erie, Pennsylvania, went to Central High School in Erie. And he pursued his quest while accompanying Admiral Richard Byrd on his legendary expeditions to Antarctica.
It's pretty wild, isn't it?
Where the wind stings like a knife down across the face, as one of his associates put it. So at 19 years old, Sipple had won a highly publicized national competition to join Admiral Richard Byrd. He minted the term wind chill in his 565-page unpublished doctoral dissertation. On a later expedition, Sipple, assisted by geologist Charles Pissell, conducted experiments measuring how long it took to freeze a container of water under a variety of temperature and wind conditions. Winds obviously accelerated the freezing process. Using that data, they estimated heat loss from human skin, publishing their findings in a landmark 1945 paper. That's where wind chill came from.
So the two things that you hear that have bandied about over the past years, I actually kind of remember when they started to incorporate wind chill and real feel were the two things that became all the rage. But it is. It can be very cold, and without wind out in the sun, you'll be pretty good. Once that wind kicks in, all bets are off.
I think I was in wind. Maybe it was like Camp Out for Hunger. And
you don't keep a wind journal?
No. But it was, Steve, I've had chapped lips ever since.
I'm rocking them right now.
Yep. Yeah. And the problem is, like, once that happens, then I have to start using chapstick. And I actually went away from chapstick because I felt like once you start using it, you can't stop using it.
You get addicted.
You have to do it.
It's like heroin.
So I went for like a Burt's Bees. Same thing.
Addicted.
And it was all from wind.
So, what I've heard about getting addicted to the lip balm is that you have these minute little cracks that form in your skin.
Yeah.
That goes in and fills in the cracks, and they don't fully heal. They stay open because the wax is down in there, keeping them open. That's what I thought I read one time.
It causes the constant use of it.
Yeah.
You're like an inadequate contractor who's not taking care of the job.
Something like that, yeah. All right, so the wind chill calculations underwent significant revisions a quarter century ago. U.S. and Canadian scientists in the 1990s used human subjects to upgrade the index, including...
Grandma, I don't want to go out. Get out there.
It's for science.
You want your food?
They included establishing new frostbite thresholds. So they took 12 subjects with sensors inside their cheeks and their faces bare, were subjected.
I had too much equipment in my mouth.
They were subjected to temperatures ranging from 32 to 58 degrees below zero at 3 different wind speeds.
This one's going in your ass.
They were monitored for signs of, here it is, Steve, frost nip.
There you go.
Which precedes frostbite by about a minute. So that's where I read this.
Maybe one of the first cases of frost nip.
For the record, the researchers found that with wind chills of 40 below, frost nip occurs within 15 minutes. The Weather Service said the revised index profited from advances in science, technology, and computer modeling. Yet Sipple, the guy who originally came up with this idea, had been onto something decades earlier. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Your cold resilience, how would you, on a scale from 1 to 10?
4.
Okay.
Not very good. I hate the cold. I can't stand it. Especially when it comes to water. That's why the cold plunge thing, forget it. Forget it.
Done my share. I'd probably put myself at about a 7.
Yeah, you're good in the cold?
Yeah,
you're a winter shorts guy.
I'm a winter shorts guy, yeah. And the cold plunge is not so bad for me. You know, doing the polar plunge, I've done it a couple times. Wouldn't want to be a state I would like to be in all the time. But for brief periods of exposure, I'm pretty good.
I don't mind going outside when it's cold if I'm bundled up.
Yeah.
But so then I'm fine. But to walk outside in unprotected in really cold, forget it. No.
Do you know what would get to me?
No way.
When we were standing out on the snow, like when we were early on doing the Cardboard Classic, when you're standing there and you're not really moving and it just seeps up through your feet. I had the electric socks and everything, and it didn't matter. It just got into your bones.
All right, we're going to go back into the junk drawer, pull something out here. All right, touched on this earlier. Here we go. So I had mentioned that Alex Honnold is going to be climbing the Taipei 101 towers in Taiwan.
This makes me so uneasy.
1,667 feet. And it has captured his imagination for more than a decade. And he is tomorrow, going to climb in his signature free solo style without any ropes or protective equipment, and Netflix will broadcast it live. Well, actually, it's going to be Saturday morning there. I think it's tonight here in the States.
Yeah. One of our former interns, a Neumann University student, is working on the film crew.
Wow.
So they are out there right now doing it. They said they did a test run, and the guy was climbing so fast that they had to figure out a whole new process to film it to keep the camera fixed on
Have
him.
you seen the movie? Have you seen Free Solo?
No, I haven't.
It's pretty amazing.
I mean,
it is, you can't turn away, but you're like, no effing way.
Yeah, you have, when they first are showing El Capitan, okay, in the beginning of that, because I've watched this thing 3 times, and then they zoom in.
Yeah.
He's up there.
Yeah.
You can't see him because it's so big.
Yeah.
And then they zoom in and I'm like, oh my God, you can't believe how high, thousands of feet in the air.
And when you realize that in many cases, I mean, they can practice. They've had people that have gone up. They know certain routes and so on and so forth. But it's always it's a 50-50 crapshoot. I mean, it is a massive risk every time you do something like that.
Yeah. Many have questioned Handel's desire to continue his free solo climbs now that he's a married father and of 2 young girls, by the way. But he said, when you look at climbing objectives, you look at things that are singular. Something like El Capitan, where it's way bigger and way prouder than all the things around it. Something like Taipei 101.
What is he doing to protect himself against frost nips?
They didn't cover that in this article. So he won't be the first climber to ascend the skyscraper, but he will be the first to do it without a rope. French rock climber Elaine Roberts scaled the building on Christmas Day 2004. As part of the grand opening of what was the world's tallest building. He took nearly 4 hours to finish, almost twice as long as what he anticipated, all while nursing an injured elbow and battered by wind and rain.
Do you think we could get a Netflix special if we offered to do it in an elevator?
We can pitch it to him at least and see what they come back with. He said, I don't think it'll be that extreme. We'll see. He said, I think it's the perfect sweet spot where it's hard enough to be engaging for me and obviously an interesting climb.
You remember the guy, Philippe Petit, who went between the World Trade Center towers? And, and there was another guy, I think Spider-Man was his name or whatever. Not the car, no, obviously.
Not Peter
There was
Parker.
a guy who called, that's the
I remember that
sort
guy,
of
yeah.
pseudonym he went by, and he did this stuff as well.
Yeah.
So the building has 101 floors, with the hardest being the 64 floors comprising of the middle section, the bamboo boxes that give the building its signature look. Divided into 8. Each segment will have 8 floors of steep overhanging climbing, followed by a balcony that Handel will be able to rest on. So it's going to be broadcast on a 10-second delay. If he falls, they got to cut away, obviously.
Or zoom in.
It will begin on Friday evening, yes, for viewers here in the U.S.
Do you know, it's one of the
I
most,
gotta watch
I'll have
this.
to say this, Preston, one of the most impressive things I ever saw that is linear to this was when Casey attempted to throw a ball up to the roof of this building.
Yeah.
It was
Right?
It was
about
breathtaking.
And I failed.
Nerve-wracking. It was just unbelievable.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you weren't able to do it?
No, I just feel like the ball.
wasn't your day.
No, well, listen, I think the ball was too light. I think
Okay.
if I used a heavier ball, like a pinky ball,
Like a medicine ball?
not a medicine ball,
What's
but
a pinky ball?
like those bouncy pink balls.
It's like a Digfer.
Yeah, it's like a Dickford
What did you use when you were doing it here?
tennis ball.
Okay, because
Yeah.
we didn't want to break any windows or anything like that.
Yeah, so
yeah.
you need something with a little bit more
A,
weight.
a hard ball would get it done, right?
Yeah, but I think, are there windows?
There are windows in this building. I can look at them right
Yeah, but
now.
not where he was throwing
not
it up.
where I was
Oh.
throwing, just on the ground floor.
Yeah, you could have done a baseball there.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, this was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was January. I think it's time to try it again.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got to warm my arm up a
Maybe
little bit.
we are competition
Yeah.
for this event.
Maybe we'll wait for the Olympics.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me get at least one more story out of the junk drawer here. All right, how about this? I had a lot of local stuff today.
I like it.
Shark Tank is returning to Philadelphia for an open casting call. It's not till March 18th, but you can get your ideas ready to go. In-person auditions for season 18 will be held at the Rivers Casino. And the show's final in-person open call of 2026 will be the one in Philly. And it is the only one on the East Coast.
Just off the bat or off the top of your head, what products from around here actually got
I have a list.
Oh, you do?
It's in the article.
Nice.
So, Orca Bar founder Stephen Longo of Belmar, New Jersey, secured a $100,000 investment for a 25% stake in its high-protein dessert brand. And also, let's see, this was from last year's open call, Casey.
All right.
Philly-based entrepreneur Maya Nazareth struck a $300,000 deal for her women's combat sports apparel company called Alchemize Fightwear. So those are two from the last run, but there's been several other
Like
ones.
Scrub Daddy, right?
Scrub Daddy was
here.
one,
Scrub
yeah.
Daddy. Was City Kitty here as well?
Yes.
Yeah,
it was.
a long time ago.
The toilet seat for cats. Or
And we had the Mad Munts. Remember the
cheese.
mozzarella sticks?
Oh, they're
That's
so
right.
friggin' good.
Yeah, from the guy down the shore.
That's right.
Really
Atlantic City.
good. That guy was very, very savvy. Greg Monahan, our friend and former coworker, was down at the last open call.
Was he?
Yeah, he was. He was in line.
Do you know what he was
It was
pitching?
kind of like a turnkey tiki party for the backyard, I think.
No, it was a
Deal.
beach table, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah, remember we've been offered. He's made them for a whole bunch of people around here.
Okay.
It's like a table that goes in the sand. So
Okay.
it like sticks there, and then you can rest your drink while you're sitting on the beach.
I love it. I love it. So, this will be the final and only one on the East Coast. If selected, entrepreneurs will have a chance to pitch the concept, product, or service industry to of course, the Sharks, Robert Herjavec, Damon John, Kevin O'Leary, Barbara Corcoran, Lori Grenier, and Daniel Lubetsky.
So the mechanics of this, and I don't know if I've ever been clear on this. They're paid for their time, but I'm sure it's probably scale. But they're legitimately offering up their own resources to become investors in these companies.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. And they sometimes they'll become part of the marketing down the road.
Right, yeah.
So interested candidates can apply online or attend the in-person audition. And if you want to get the eligibility requirements and all that stuff, you can go to abc.com/Shark Tank. I mean, one of the big ones that they passed on was the Ring cameras.
Yeah, doorbell.
Oh yeah. That guy went on, pitched it on. I remember seeing it because he was really busting Kevin O'Leary's balls.
Yeah,
and they passed on it. And he O'Leary didn't like the way he went after him a little bit, and I think he was kind of taking it on a personal note. And missed out on a big opportunity.
Guy sold it to Amazon.
Yeah. Some people will actually just go on the show just for the marketing of it all.
Yeah, sure.
And
That
not
works.
take the. I did talk to somebody, Steve. I can't remember if it was a mozzarella stick guy or whatever, but it's like really on the business person to make it successful. They're there. They'll kind of give you the platform, but they're not like holding your hand the whole time.
No. Right.
You have to go do the effort with it, the marketing, all
as
the
you
things,
said,
and they just give you like the connections.
just the appearance on the show initially.
There you go.
Is you know,
They got to give you the money. They usually there's an agreement.
Yes.
Where's my money?
They give you the support financially and
Yeah.
whatever it is, but the rest of it's kind of on you to make it successful.
yeah.
All right, well, that's all we have time for. Got to close up the junk drawer this morning. Here we go.
Was the junk drawer. Preston's closing up his junk drawer. There's nothing left here in the junk drawer. Until next time, that was the junk drawer.
I can hear you through my headphones. The audio is coming actually into my ears through these speakers on my headphones, but I hear the sound from you louder than that, believe it or not.
We talked about doing the 3 tenors. Maybe that's maybe our
All right, well, we're going to take a break and come back with the bizarre file, and we're also going to talk to Nor'easter Nick to get a little more detail about what we can expect this weekend snow-wise, and we got more guests and a bunch coming up, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
Let's do Fuzzy Friends for 2, please.
All right, and that answer is the two-toed one of these can live. Nick?
What is the sloth?
That is correct. All right, next category.
Fuzzy Friends for 6, please.
All right, and our answer for that one is it's the world's largest burrowing animal and can make a destructive tunnel complex 650 feet long, so farmers don't find it as cute. All right, Nick?
What is a prairie dog?
That is incorrect. So farmers don't find it as cute as zoogoers might find it. It's the world's largest burrowing animal and can make a destructive tunnel complex 650 feet long. Ryan, any answer?
I'm sorry I made you wait for me not to answer.
Okay. The answer is, a wombat. They usually give the
wombat.
answers.
Yeah.
A wombat. All right.
Yeah, he does give the answer.
Nick, next category.
Well, finish out the category, Fuzzy Friends for 8.
All right, and that answer is...
You're so excited.
It's a birthday wish come true.
The arrival of foxes in Western Australia in the 1920s was bad news for the quokka, a type of this kangaroo relative. Ryan.
Ooh, what is a wallaby?
That is correct. 800 points. By the way, the points are doubled here. All right, Ryan, you have control of the board. Where are we going to go?
Doing 180 for 4, please.
All right, and that answer is... This position is the last line of defense in rugby. In the NFL, it's the offensive role of Larry, oh my God, I can't pronounce his name, Larry Csonka and Moose Johnson.
Larry Csonka.
Csonka, spelled with a C?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what I did.
Guy's stupid.
This position is the last line of defense in rugby, but in the NFL, it's the offensive role of Larry Csonka and Moose Johnson. Ryan.
What is a tackle?
That is incorrect. Nick, do you want to take a shot at it?
No.
Okay.
Oh, it's a fullback.
The fullback.
How much was that, by the way?
400.
400.
All right, so no answer. Or wait, yes, incorrect answer, right?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Nick, where are we going to go?
Do I go or didn't Ryan get the last one right?
He did.
No, I got it wrong.
Well, no, you got the last one right, but you also got the last one wrong.
Yes.
He had control of the board last?
Yes.
Okay, Ryan, where would you like to go?
Doing 180 for 6.
All right, and that answer is...
So ashamed I got that wrong.
Like a score in U.S. football, a goal kick, a reminder of rugby's soccer origins, is worth this many points. Ryan.
A goal kick?
Yes.
Like a field goal? Or just a point after time?
I'll read it for you again. Like a score in U.S. football, a goal kick, a reminder of rugby's soccer origins, is worth this many points. So it's in rugby.
3? What is
That
three?
is correct. Yes.
What is 3?
Yep. What is 3? Yes.
Even when
Kind
he
of
sheepishly gives the answer, he's right.
a funky word one. Kathy, what's the score so far?
Ryan is leading with 3,000 points. Nick has only 1,400.
What?
What happens in Double Jeopardy? All right, Ryan.
Where the points can really change.
Hold on, Casey
I
has different scores.
thought Nick had 1,600.
It's like my math
'Cause
is
he lost- he
my
lost-
math is bad, but not that bad.
He lost 600 points when he had 2,200.
No, he only had 2,100.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let's go, Ryan.
You can feel confident.
2,100
That's
minus 6 is
15, not
1,500.
14.
Yeah.
That's 15, not 14.
Let's just meet in the middle. We'll give him
I believe you
1,500.
scored 3.
Listen, I think I'm correct. If we
Well,
want
I
to
think
go
you
back
scored 3 touchdowns and I had 7 home runs. Is that the math we're working with here?
That's it. Absolutely. Well, you can be confident in the results of this match.
All right, we're sticking with Kathy's numbers.
Yes, we
Let's
are.
go with my
All right,
number.
Ryan, what's next?
Do a 180 for 8.
All right. And that answer is the Timbers represent this city in Major League Soccer.
Hey!
Nick.
What is Portland?
That is correct for 800 points. If you're just tuning in, we have Nick on his birthday facing off in Jeopardy against 16-time champion Ryan Long. All right, Nick.
Let's do Cinespeak for 8.
All right, Cinespeak for 8. 2008. I know who I am. I'm a dude playing a dude. Ryan?
What is Tropic Thunder?
Yes, well done. 800 points.
Great
All right,
scene.
Ryan, where would you like to go
I was
next?
saving the movie category for the end, dude. Let's finish off. Do a 180 for 2, please.
All right, doing a 180 for 2. And the answer is this 5-letter word means an extended exchange of strokes before a point in tennis.
Hey!
Nick.
What is a serve?
That is incorrect. This 5-letter word means an extended exchange of strokes before a point in tennis.
No.
No
answer?
No.
It is, Nick, Steve, you want to answer that?
A rally?
A rally is correct. Well done. Yes. So 200 points for Steve.
Thank you, Kevin.
By the way, Steve has like 600 points by now.
If I lose to
You know
Steve in this game,
Do you know what the problem is? It's like I'm watching Jeopardy and I want to.
I know you want to say it out loud, right?
That would be awesome if like 2 people are playing and you somehow come in 3rd place.
You know what? I want to ask you guys who do the same thing when you're watching Jeopardy on TV and you're saying the answers out
Yes.
loud. If you confidently know it, you just say the answer. But if I have to take a split second, I add the what is a, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Drag it out.
Or you
Yeah,
go like,
yeah, yeah.
Or you go like this. Argentina. Argentina.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Who's up? Who has control of the board here?
I guess that would be me.
All right, Ryan, where do we want to go?
Hey, you know what? This will be my birthday gift to you. Go ahead. You choose one.
All right, Nick.
well, thanks, Ryan. Let's do Cinespeak for 6, please.
All right, Cinespeak for 6. And that answer is 1993. If the Pirates of the Caribbean breaks down, the Ryan?
What is Jurassic Park?
That is correct. Because the pirates don't eat the tourists.
Yes.
Is the finish of that line. All right, where to next, Ryan?
I have one. I'm going to deny myself. All in our heads and textbooks for 4.
All right, all in our heads and textbooks. The answer is submissive and pugnacious are synonyms for the 2 words in this type of behavior. Fine, whatever. Ryan.
What is passive aggressive?
That is correct. Yes, 400 points. All right, where next, Ryan?
Textbooks for 6, please.
All right, and that answer is the DSM-5 psychiatry text defines it as, quote, persistent difficulty discarding or parting with possessions. Ryan, the answer?
What is hoarding?
Yes, 600 points for Ryan.
You got to see Kathy's adding skills over here. They're amazing.
Yeah, really good.
All right, next,
I
Ryan.
think I saw an abacus.
Why the sundial, though?
What is an abacus?
What is? What
You don't know?
It is. It is.
What is?
Yeah,
an abacus?
It is like gingivitis.
We'll go with that.
All right, Ryan, where would you like to go?
Textbooks for 8, please.
All right, closing out the category with the answer. In the operant kind of this learning process, desired behavior is rewarded. Ryan.
What is conditioning?
Yes, that is correct for 800 points.
Killing it in double.
We have 2 clues left. Where are we going to go? Cinespeak, what would you like?
Cinespeak for 2, please.
For 2. All right. And the answer is 1986. I feel the need. All right, Ryan.
What is Top Gun?
That is correct. The need for speed. And the final category, 400 points in Cinespeak, is 2013. Look at me. Look at me. I'm Nick.
What is Captain Phillips?
Yes, Nick got one. 400 points. Kathy, and we have no. Wait, do we have Final Jeopardy?
Oh, come on.
Yes, we do have Final Jeopardy. All right, what's the total so far?
All right, Ryan is leading 6,400 points. Nick with 2,400.
Hey. All right. If you would, please, we have our own Vanna White, Bill Weston, bringing over the Final Jeopardy category. And normally,
stop talking.
We give you the category,
right?
And then they have a moment to make the wagers,
right? So the category, then right, exactly.
Oh, Nick will like this. Final Jeopardy category is National Historic Landmarks.
National Historic Landmarks, and you both have to make your wager.
Okay, so you make your wager now. Now, it's at this point, me and Casey and Nick have this little game that we do sometimes when the category will pop up. If we happen to be watching Jeopardy at the same time, we will text each other, and before we even hear the clue, we'll try to guess what the answer is. Just wildly, just on the base category
so
knowledge.
write down an answer.
Yeah.
You guys do it now.
Yep, we would write it down now, and on occasion, we've actually gotten them right.
Because, and again, sometimes, and the obviously the pros know this.
Well, the clue will give you an answer sometimes.
Yeah.
But just the category alone,
I wrote my answer
it's
down.
a wild guess. All right, Casey wrote down one just for fun. So
Wait, real quick, how many points do I have, Kath?
You have 2,400.
Okay.
And
you're
Ryan
saying
has
there's a
how many?
chance.
Ryan has 6,400.
6,400.
Right, got it?
Yeah, it depends on how gready Ryan is feeling, you know? I mean, we'll
Remember
see.
Cliff Clavin on Cheers that one time? Who are 3 people who have never been in my kitchen, and he bet the whole shebang?
All right. Have you guys made your wagers?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so let me now reveal this. All right, Casey, different music, please.
Yes.
Let's change this up a
Inagata
little bit.
Devita.
Yeah, please play Iron Butterflies, Inagata Devita. All right, so here we go. Final Jeopardy, and then you can hit the Jeopardy theme because that's how long it takes for them to fill this out. In National Historic Landmarks, landmarks in 2 states include the... What is this?
Oh, we're dead.
Landmarks in 2 states include the 155-year-old bridge connecting Covington, Kentucky to this city.
Larry Zonka.
Landmarks in 2 states include the 155-year-old bridge connecting Covington, Kentucky to this city. All right, write down your answers now. And this is when the camera pans across the contestants. Right now, we're zooming in very close to Nick.
Nice,
And
Nick.
a little fade, a little dissolve to both of our contestants. All right.
All right, pens down.
Time is up.
All right.
All right. So we go to, we started on the low end first, I believe, to see what Nick's answer is. Nick, landmarks in 2 states include the 155-year-old bridge connecting Covington, Kentucky to this city. Your answer is?
What is Cincinnati, Ohio?
Which is correct. And how much did you wager?
I bet it all, Alex.
You bet it all, Alex.
right.
2,400. So, Kathy,
That
4,800.
would be 4,800.
All right, well done.
She's so good.
All right, now on to Jeopardy champion Ryan Long. Ryan, your answer? Happy birthday, Nick, and he bet 1,000. That meant he did not know the answer, and so he loses 1,000, Kathy.
And he is still our winner.
And we still are Jeopardy champion. Now 17 times, Ryan Long.
This is official. Yes, 17.
Yes.
17 times.
All right, now, we had a feeling something like this might happen.
So double Jeopardy?
No. But we whipped up a category, Nick, that you might do better than he has done in. So we're going to try you guys out on this final Jeopardy category.
And Ryan, you said you're a fan of the show and you've been listening.
Yeah.
So this might favor Nick a little bit more, but you could have a shot at this.
All right, so Casey, if you would bring the music down. Our final fun category is 2 Nicks and a cup. Milestone moments from the broadcast life of Nick McElwain. So buzz in if you know the answer.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
It's actually, if you don't realize, it's actually skewed towards you, Nick.
Okay.
All right, so
it'll favor you.
Gotcha.
it's the meteorological condition that caused Nick to exclaim, guess what I get to do?
Hey!
Nick McElwain.
What is snow?
That is correct. Yes. So we'll do 200 points for Nick
Yeah.
there. We'll double it each time. All right. Next answer. It's Nick's incorrect explanation of why birds seem to tilt their heads towards the ground.
Hey!
Nick.
What is they're listening?
For?
Worms.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
For 400?
400 for that. All right. 600 for this one. It's Nick's deep dive that led to his belief that this Oscar-winning song was actually titled Shiloh. Ryan?
What is shallow?
Yes!
My man.
Ryan got 600 points.
Wait, hold on, because I gave those points to Nick already. Casey, what was Nick at? 5,400?
I don't know.
I think it was
no.
12,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just starting fresh.
All
Yeah,
right, okay.
whatever you want to do.
Yeah, starting all over again.
Just make it yen.
All right, I'm going to stop keeping count.
All right, now this is a tough one. Okay. It is the core training contraption that made Nick an early pre-meme. We move forward. We're going to do a couple of shout-outs. And after we get to the B-file, that's when we're going to talk to Nor'easter Nick and see where we do lie with the snow coming up on Sunday. So here is a shout-out. This is from Allie, and she says, hey, Preston, I'm writing you to request a surprise and delayed shout-out for my sister, a.k.a. Wisco Girl, a.k.a. a loyal YouTube member and a betrayed dear sister of mine. Her birthday was January 15th. She listened to the entire show waiting for a shout out, and it never came. Because unfortunately, I was busy that week aggressively puking my soul out due to a stomach bug, the kind where your life is flashing before your eyes and you know you're going to die with regrets. So I'm humbly asking if you could please give an extra long, extremely loud, one of those big, wound up, pre-signing, screaming dude shout outs to our dear beloved Wisco Girl. Before either 1, the heartbreak fully takes her out, or 2, Wisconsin winter finishes the job. Thank you for helping me repair our sister bond. And to you, G-Dog, I hope you can forgive me, she says. So we need a shout out, guys. Here we go.
Oh, you want to do the big one?
Just give her the real one.
Yeah, we'll do the real one. All right. Hang on. Here it is.
Yeah. All right, and then one more. This is from Sadie Waters, S-A-D-D-I-E. That'd be Sadie, right?
Yeah.
Not Sadie,
Maybe,
is it?
I feel like it would be Sadie.
There's 2 D's?
Yeah, no, but you can kind of spell your name however you want these days.
Okay, all right.
Or
So
forever days.
they say on February 3rd, our fantastic son Brendan will turn 10. He is one of the coolest rocking kids you'd ever meet. And we have also raised him correctly with listening to our family at WMMR, or with listening, I think, with our family at WMMR all day, every day. His favorite bands range from Bob Marley to the Beatles to Rush to Metallica to Talking Heads and Weird Al and everything that rocks in between. And we make it a point to turn up and listen to the Froggy Friday song every week while getting ready for school. He absolutely loves Froggy, and especially that song. And I was hoping that I could ask you for a very special birthday shout out to Brendan for his 10th birthday, paired with the Friday Froggy song on, they don't want this till February 6th.
Oh,
I didn't see that.
It's a caveat to all this.
Damn
You'll
it.
try to get it close, but are you going to roll with it today? And
Well,
try
I'm
to do it
already
again?
there. Yeah. Said, I know this is a huge ask, but I hope that you can make his 10th birthday extra special with a special birthday shout out and Froggy play on the radio. So I'm sorry. That's
How about the end of his 9th birthday?
That's my bad. I didn't see that it was February 6th. So I'm early with this. But Sadie says, channeling my inner Pierre each day to be a good citizen. So maybe we'll do it again on February 6th, but don't count on that.
I'll throw this in. Play Froggy later.
Well, we got to play Froggy now.
All right.
So here we go. Let's fire this Friday thing up. All right. do this with the mask on?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what?
do it.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You know what I'm going to do? I've just decided.
What?
I'm going to order a companion frog mask because when you do it and you finish off, you're catching your breath.
Yes.
If they could cut to me with my frog mask on, that'd buy you time to calibrate.
That'll give me a break.
And this
No,
way you don't have an aneurysm.
I settled down a little bit on this one because I knew I was going to be out of breath. The bouncing around. I know.
The princess is aboard the ship.
All right.
Why are you wearing a frog mask, Lord Vader?
Nope, again. Nope.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. It's also, I can't even hear myself. It's all muffled in there. And, yeah, so, all right, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Let's do the Bizarre File. Here we go.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
I forgot I took my glasses off, too. I couldn't see anything.
I'm going blind. I've got some sort of frog disease.
All right, the V-File is brought to you this morning by Worldwide Stereo. And you can transform your home theater into the ultimate game day experience with an epic TV or home theater upgrade from Worldwide Stereo with 0% financing. WorldwideStereo.com/football, turning dens into super boxes since 1979. A Delta Airlines plane had to return to the gate on Sunday after de-icing fluids leaked through the exterior of the aircraft and soaked a passenger.
Oh.
How the hell does that happen?
Yeah.
If something's getting in from the outside that way, that craft should not be in the air.
The incident occurred on Delta Flight 1307, which was preparing to depart from LaGuardia on Sunday, January 18th. The Airbus A220-100 was scheduled to take off for Jacksonville, Florida around 2:20 local time. However, flight data indicates the aircraft did not depart for another 3 hours. The pilot requested a return to the gate after visiting the facility's de-icing pad. You can hear the controller ask, what was the reason? And the pilot explains, we had a bunch of de-icing fluid leak inside the aircraft and soak a passenger. De-icing plays an important role in aviation during the winter months as aircraft wings are carefully designed to provide lift. Snow and ice can alter the shape and air might not flow over them properly. To combat this, facilities work to remove the snow and ice from the aircraft by spraying a combination of warm water and propylene glycol. However, on Sunday, the liquid made its way through into the cabin. The controller asked, do you need any medical services or anything, or you just need to get dried off? And the pilot says, yeah, I think maybe a new pair of pants.
Well, you know what? Better that it happened that way because obviously something is very wrong.
He said, we're not used to that coming into the fuselage like that, so we want to have maintenance take a look at it and make sure that we don't have a leak. Frequent and repeated exposure to propylene glycol can sometimes irritate the skin. A Delta spokesperson said the passenger was seated near the wings of the aircraft and only a small amount of fluid landed on his clothes. They added that the de-icing fluid leaks are very rare and the chemicals are non-hazardous to passengers.
Don't you hate when you're on an airliner and a bird hits you in the face?
Yeah.
The spokesperson confirmed the customer continued traveling with the airline and maintenance swapped the aircraft out of an abundance of caution. 3 people are in custody after the fight at a Florida baseball tournament took place. A bench-clearing brawl erupted when a player's father allegedly threw fist after becoming enraged at an umpire's call. Police in Winter Haven, Florida, said that the incident occurred at a travel baseball tournament on January 17th, and it all started when the umpire delivered a warning to Marcos Antonio Abali, the 25-year-old coach of one of the teams. Well, enraged, the father of a player on the team, Yosmani Fernandez, allegedly approached the umpire's father, with whom police said he already had bad blood, and started to fight him, pushing and eventually punching him. The umpire tried to break up the scuffle, only to be sucker punched from behind by Abali. By this point, Abali's team cleared the dugout and allegedly joined in what had become an all-out brawl.
On the plus side, they really taught the kids about sportsmanship.
One witness jumped on the umpire to shield him and was struck. And meanwhile, Fernandez's 17-year-old son, a member of Abali's team, allegedly joined in the fight and kicked the umpire while he was on the ground. The teen was eventually pulled away from the umpire, only to immediately re-engage once she was let go.
What a great day at the park.
The umpire was then transported to a local hospital to be treated for his injuries. His father did not require medical attention. Abale Fernandez and Fernandez's son were all arrested and charged with battery on a sports official during an event.
We're watching some of the footage, and it's a very manicured area.
Oh, yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah,
Here's another story out of Florida. Surveillance video obtained shows a beef thief stuffing steak and brisket down his pants in South Florida at a supermarket.
I'm pledging a fraternity.
It all happened at Kosher Kingdom, and now the store's owner wants to find the suspect. Owner Phil Einhorn said, meat prices are continuing to go up. It's not us that's raising it. It's the whole industry. Our margins are very thin. One thing that wasn't tiny, though, he said our margins are very tiny. One thing that wasn't tiny, though, were the guy's pants. He said they're big, big, big pants. I think they're made for stealing. Einhorn said they blocked at the bottom so it doesn't go through. So they're kind of tied off at the bottom. That's kind of a maneuver. Video shows a store employee walking by and then the suspect shoving a nearly $100 cowboy steak in his pants. He also stole some wine. Einhorn said he came over here, looked around to see if anyone was looking, and he shoved it in his pants. He eventually gave the steak back. He said, we were shocked. That's why he gave us one of the steaks. And I thought, okay, I got it back, what he stole. And then when we found out there was this thing in his pants, it was unbelievable. It was shocking. Employees chased him out of the store. One of the employees was on break and saw all the rest of the stuff that he had, brisket and wine as well. So he called the cops, and we ended up getting everything back, Einhorn said. He ran off after he got the stuff back. Excuse me. By the time the cops got there, he was gone. But they have a good description, and I'm hoping they'll find him on foot somewhere.
Preston, this should be the new way that they do supermarket sweeps.
Yeah, right. In your pants.
In your pants instead of a shopping cart.
Yep, I love it. All right, and then we'll do one more story and wrap up because we have Nor'easter Nick is going to be joining us. A charter boat captain in South Florida has been arrested after allegedly trying to sell what he retrieved from the water, but it wasn't fish. 65-year-old Bradford Todd Picarello operates outlaw fishing charters based out of Marathon Key. In an apparent attempt to live up to the name of his company, he stands accused of trying to sell some of what was described as a sizable quantity of cocaine he discovered.
Look what I caught.
Floating in the water during a trip.
Oh, it's fresh.
We've always wondered about, these errant packages that end up out in the ocean. And if you found one,
finders keepers.
What do you do with it?
Well, you sell it off.
It seems that allegedly trying to sell to an undercover agent was his undoing. He tried it.
1 year, Preston, I talked about all the time we spent out on the water, growing up. There was a suitcase with clothing in it, floating.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's because the stuff you find out on the water is just crazy.
Yeah. All right, and there you go. That's what I have in the bizarre file for you this morning. All right, we had him by our studio just a couple of days ago. Had such a great conversation with him. And the timing is perfect because obviously we got some snow to deal with this weekend. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, we are welcoming back. Yes, Casey?
I got your music.
We have some music? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Couldn't stand the weather. This is his theme song now. And he's joining us via Zoom, and he is in front of a full-on map of the United States. It's like he's on TV right now, but he's also on the radio. Nor'easter Nick!
Hey!
He's joining us this morning. Hey, Nick. How you doing, man?
What's crazy? I'm well, thanks. How are you guys? What's crazy is we've known each other for like 2 whole days now, and my lead-in is cocaine and a guy stuffing meat down his pants. So thank you very much for that.
It seems appropriate.
Yeah. Tailored that for you.
What a welcome. Well,
all right.
Anyway,
so when you were here last, we were talking about potential snowfall and some of the environmental things that had to happen that would create, significance here in our area. You said, give me a couple more days and we'll have a clearer look. So where are we now, Nick?
Well, my original thoughts, I think, are going to play out to be true. So if you're north and west of the city, that is where you have the greatest potential for about a foot, maybe up to 16 inches of snow, high-end potential. But look, this is a storm that is so vast. Well, we've been tracking this for days now. And look at the span. For people that are watching on the live stream, the winter storm warning goes all the way from western Pennsylvania to the panhandle of Texas. It's like I could fly on a Boeing plane.
Nick, they're saying that it will affect 200 million plus people.
Yes. And, we usually get those ridiculous alerts nonstop on our phones. Oh, 300 million people are going to die tomorrow. But no, I mean, this is going to be a major impacting storm. So we've got a winter storm watch in effect. I think that's going to be upgraded to a warning. You can tell that the major impact is from Philly all the way down to the deep south. I think the likelihood of an inch of ice down there is the biggest threat. We're probably going to get maybe a tenth to a quarter of an inch of ice. So major impacts for our neck of the woods. So the timeline here, a lot of people want to know if you have plans. Saturday is fine. So if you have weddings, if you have a bar mitzvah to go to, you're absolutely fine. All right. Throughout the day, it's dry. It's just cloudy and cold. As we go into Saturday night, overnight, give or take right around midnight, the snow is going to overspread the area. And I think there's probably going to be like a 6 to 8 hour period of heavy snow. And it's so cold with temperatures in the teens, it's going to pile up quickly because those ratios are going to be skewed again. But the thing that we need to watch out for is the mixing in all of it. So I want to show you the future cast for people that are watching here. We've got the sunshine with us that fades away. The leading edge of snow starts right around midnight. It starts down in Cape May County first, spreads across Delaware, and then into the city. And the darker blues, that denotes where the heavier snow is. Now, the question is, can we get it to snow 1 to 2 inches per hour for 6 to 8 hours? Because that is how we get to those high-end totals. But look at these numbers. They're in the teens. What we need to watch for is this rain snow line coming to the north. And since we've got warm air creeping in above our heads, that's going to allow for a flip to sleet and freezing rain. And that's going to start first down in Atlanta County and then creep up towards the city. I think as you go towards Norristown, you're probably safe from it for the most part, but the ice concern is certainly on the table. So that little shallow layer of warm air can just disrupt everything.
Okay, so we've got some ice that could be a concern on top of that snow. Before I go further with any weather questions, Nick, I want to share with those of you who are not watching on YouTube. He has done this is a bespoke weather forecast that we are getting with complete graphics, changing titles. I'm blown away by this.
Well, this is what he does.
This is what he does. But he's doing it for us. This is great.
When you buy 2 entire TV stations worth of equipment, this is what you can do.
I think soon we're just going to have to put your logo on the top.
I think so. Hey, Ivan, before we go on with the forecast, there was something that happened the other day earlier this week when we had that temperature dip. Steve and I compare when on really cold days like that, we compare what our car tells us the temperature is on our drive in. Yeah. Steve's was 12 degrees. He's in the Mount Airy area. Yeah. I live in Harleysville. When I left on that same morning, my temperature gauge said -5. And I'm like, well, maybe something was wrong on my car. But I had a number of people text in from the Quakertown and Harleysville area that said the same thing. Can there be that vast of a temperature difference?
So there can be in a very tight gradient like that, but I would caution anybody from actually looking at your car thermometer. So there's this little sensor on the car thermometer that picks up ambient heat. It's not a true reading of what's actually going on. So sometimes you'll notice that it's going to be several degrees warmer. In your case, it was several degrees colder. But it could be a Mercedes, it could be a Ferrari or a Honda. They all have the exact same technology. Same thing for like a bank thermometer. Same principle. So the only way to really get an accurate measurement is over sand or over grass. But I'm very long-winded here, but to get to the heart of your question, yes, you can have, we're going to see that during the storm where the shore is going to be in the 40s and we'll be in the 18 degrees around the city. So in that 50-mile radius, you're going to be changing so much. So
I'm sorry to switch gears like that, but I was curious if we could have big swings like that in fairly close areas.
It seemed like an anomaly.
Absolutely.
Quick question. So Preston mentioned the areas that we're coming in from about 10 minutes away in the Bala-Cynwyd, Philadelphia area proper. We're looking 8 to 12 inches.
Yes, I think that is a very realistic idea that probably pushes down into the burbs on the New Jersey side, Collingswood, Haddonfield, Deptford. But if this were to overperform, the only change I might make to this map is to add maybe 4 inches to the higher end. So you might end up with like 12 to 16. But I think because the mixing is going to be more of an issue for South Jersey, we're going to have to cut those totals down. So I went region by region here. Interior South Jersey, which is west of the Parkway, there's no way this is going to be a light event. Everybody sees a plowable snow. So there's a 90% chance that you get over 4 inches.
Okay.
And then for the city, there's also a 90% chance of that, but I have you slightly higher at like a 50% chance of that 8 to 12, and then down toward the shore. Unfortunately, it's they always get the short end of the stick.
No, I lived for years on Long Island, and because of the ocean effect, we'd get slammed with snowstorms. So let me ask you, Sunday evening is, obviously we're getting up a bit early, we're coming in. When would be a good sort of last time to take a snow blow run? Because I take care of the entire walk, the sidewalk around a corner house. When would be the at least a pretty reasonable time to go do a run on that?
Yeah, I think up your way, you probably have until about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then it's just going to be, ice, a little bit of sleet, maybe some rain working in, but just clear it and then put some salt down. Otherwise, you're going to have a foot of snow, and then it's all going to be weighed down by the ice.
So do you agree with the doing if it's going to have a storm running this long, do a couple of runs, even if it's still snowing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
100%. I agree.
All right.
And we are officially calling this storm a French toast freakout. So I rate my storms on the bread, milk, egg, and toilet paper index. So this is a level 4. French toast freakout. You got to contact your farms and rally the neighbors, because this is some serious stuff.
Right. Gather together in the town square.
Oh man! Hey, with Nick, with the ice potential, what is the likelihood of some power outages and things like that?
Right.
Because usually ice is the culprit of that.
Yeah, that is a great question. So it really depends on how prolonged that area is. If we get a 1/4 of an inch with winds, I'm expecting gusts to around 30, 35 miles an hour. I do think that there's going to be some issues with PSE&G and PICO. So you'll want to get your batteries and your candles. This is going to pale in the comparison to what's going to happen in the deep south, but you could certainly weigh down the power lines, especially as the temperatures come up a little bit and the snow becomes a little bit more wet. That's going to weigh things down. Tree branches could come down as well. So you never want to play around.
Yeah, my wife actually went out and bought a couple of indoor kerosene heaters, the smaller ones, just in case.
Wow.
Because I don't know, but
no, it's always wise. Listen, years ago, I relayed this story. My experience has been, Nick, when I prepare for something, more often than not, especially if I spend a lot of money, it won't happen. But years ago, got the home generator, which I'm glad I got, which is a cool thing. I remember getting one for Sandy. We didn't get hit with Sandy really that hard around here. But so you're saying if I plat out the area and I'm good, I should be good then. By evening, make a run, and I should be pretty clear come the next morning. Monday morning. All right, excellent.
You're
well, that's changed. The ice thing is the big issue. Just exactly how bad is it going to be for those down south? Because they're not used. They're not used to this to begin with.
Yeah.
Not at all. So I have a bunch of affiliates down in the south, and they don't know what to do because most of these towns don't have any kind of snow removal equipment whatsoever. And there are some estimates that they could get 1 inch to 1.5 inches of ice. Like that's catastrophic. Like that happened in Texas a few years ago. Their entire power grid went down in a section of the state. People were without power for 3 weeks. I can't imagine what that's like.
Yeah, my father was one of them. Yeah, clearly remember that.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Nick, we got to wrap up here, but I see you've got an ad for your app up on the screen. If people would like to find the Nor'easter Nick app, is it just under Nor'easter Nick, or how do they find it?
You type in Norcast, Norcast. It'll pop right up. We have a 24/7 channel that runs at the top. And of course, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and the TikToks at Nor'easter Nick as well.
I have one more level of measurement you can use. We, my friends and I have decided that 9 inches is the amount of snow it takes if you want to sled down this art museum steps.
Okay. All right.
So you have that. So it sounds like this weekend we'll be sledding down the steps.
It's the Ron Jeremy.
9 inches. 9 3/4, whatever it is. All right.
The meat guy with the pants.
Yeah, that guy down the pants, exactly. Nick, we love you, and I know you're going to be busy with all this, so keep doing what you're doing. We'll check in another time, okay?
Thanks, guys. Sound good.
All right, Nor'easter Nick, giving us all we need to know to get ourselves prepared for Sunday, and check out his Norcast app.
I was a little more encouraged by what he just told us.
Yeah.
Because originally the storm was going to be going much more profoundly much later. If it's starting to ramp up in the early evening hours, and that's manageable. And then, originally when I first heard Break that we're getting any kind of storm, what I was hearing is 21, 22 inches.
Well, we'll see. But hang in there. Weather's coming. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. And Connoisseur is on next. Star.
Hey!
All right, Nick.
What is a balancing roll?
Yes, a balance board.
Yeah.
A balancing roll. That's correct. That was at Black Diamond Sports.
Nick got up on it, and it's I wouldn't even ever have tried this, but got up and you not face planted, but hit the ground hard.
Close to it.
Yeah.
All right, this is a tough one. This is the final question. It is the nom de plume that Nick is listed as in Steve Morrison's iPhone contact list.
Hey!
Nick?
This is a good one, Ryan. What is Nick what the F?
Yes, that is correct.
I did not want to spell his name as I was putting it in, and I went with that.
All right, and we don't need to total up the score.
Yeah.
Nick's winning by about 1,000.
About 1,000. All right. Well, Nick, we thought this would be a nice birthday, and it was Marissa's idea.
Thank you, Marissa.
To do a Jeopardy run.
And thanks so much to Ryan for coming in. I mean, honestly, like if you're gonna lose, might as well lose to a champion like Ryan. And this was so much fun. Thank you guys. I really, really appreciate it.
So, Ryan, what is what's the story on the Tournament of Champions? When you guys are expected to film? When that will air and all that stuff?
Yeah, we're going back in September and airs in November, and that'll be the first time outside of this, thought about Jeopardy for any amount of time.
Wait, I have a question. When they're going to do that with you, I mean, like, how many days does the Tournament of Champions last? Do you know if you're guaranteed to stay a certain?
Hey!
What is 10?
and are you do they have you night by night, or are you set for like a 10-day stay? Do you have any idea yet?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea. I haven't thought about it. I've been doing like life stuff.
That would suck if you lose and go backstage and your luggage is there. Like, beat it. I mean,
it's like, dude, I brought all these shirts.
You're so laissez-faire about this stuff, and I remember, like when you were competing, and I remember we spoke to you, and you said you didn't really kind of train for it or anything like that.
No, I mean, I put as much prep into it as I did into this morning.
So tirelessly working.
Dude, I was studying Nick all night. All night.
Do you think that if you were to do that it might kind of throw you off a little bit?
I mean, I don't want to tinker with the process too much. If I go out there, whatever I do, be fine. Yeah, I'm going to come away with some money. So
well, you've said that you're a voracious reader, right?
Yeah.
So and then you have a good pop
Left
culture.
my copy of Lord of the Rings in the other studio.
There you go. All right. Well. So all of that works in your favor. I think some people have said that they will go and review old episodes of Jeopardy, but that's not your style, and it worked for you. But I think a lot of people mistook your sort of quiet, methodical way. For being like a deer in headlights, but that's just your nature,
Yeah, it takes me a minute to react to things. I don't just jump right like
Were you ever nervous? Because you didn't come across as nervous.
I was sweaty but not nervous.
Winning. Listen, getting on Jeopardy is really, really difficult, and then winning a match is really difficult. To win as many in a row as you did is super impressive. But this season has featured a lot of multiple champions. I mean, Matt Amodio and the last winner, I think, won for like 10 or 11 in a row. So it's just, I'm sure at some point maybe get into a little bit of a groove. Did you find like you found a comfort zone?
I mean, yeah, I guess. Once I found out how the, the timing of the buzzer and like all that kind of stuff, and they run you through. They do a pretty good job, and then once you got that, it's just what you know.
It's a great game. It's mandatory watching, and
it's democratic.
Yeah,
game,
yeah.
You know
And
what I mean?
it's funny because, as you say, it can be based on all sorts of attributes. So, some can be who's ever quickest to the buzzer, whoever gets that down. The methodology is great to watch you come alive in our little pretend game here in the second round, because that's kind of your methodology when you were playing and having all those wins.
Yeah, it's more about, to me, like everybody has a different strategy, but to me, it's more about being cool under pressure.
Yeah.
So I don't get too worked up.
Right.
I win. If I lose, I lose.
See, I would cave so quickly.
I know.
I'd be a disaster.
He is so
I'd say
chill.
the F word.
Ryan is so chill. It's awesome, man. All right, well, listen, we're obviously we're going to follow along. We're very proud of you in this area, and we wish you the best, and we thank you so much for coming by this morning, Ryan.
Thank you guys for having me, and happy birthday, Nick. And I'd still like to say that I'd love to have some Eagles tickets. So
who's not sending you? How can a champion not be given Eagles tickets?
I'm kidding. It's great. I appreciate being here. Thanks, you guys.
All right, our pleasure. All right, with that, we have to take a break, so we're going to do that very thing. We'll return in a moment, but let's give some love to Ryan Mountain again.
And to our host. Our host did a great job.
Thank you. We'll be back in a second on MMR. Stay with us.
Preston and Steve.
Actually.
No, I didn't.
I thought you said you had it.
No, I didn't have it, but I know about this place that's in Montauk. So it's Steve. It's supposed to be at a shared plate, and I think it was like 16 chicken fingers.
You get 16 chicken fingers.
And like so the person who posted this Instagram video, you can see the actual, like they ordered it. You can see the actual plate. Like it wouldn't even be enough fries for us in this room.
No kidding.
And 16 chicken fingers, it was $90.
It's at a place called the Montauk Beach House.
Yeah,
okay.
So it's a motel. There's most of the places to stay there are motels. So this is one of them. It's a trendy spot where like you don't have to be staying at the motel to go to. You can actually go to their pool and hang out for the day. It's like one of those places where all the young kids go, take their Instagram photos and post it. And so you can like hang out. You can get like little areas that you sit around a table that's near the pool. You order food, drinks, all that. And $90 chicken fingers.
So this is a motel, not a hotel?
Yeah, so most places in Montauk are motels.
Okay. And they're charging $90 for chicken fingers and fries at a motel.
Yeah.
$90. So what would an average order of chicken fingers? When you order chicken fingers, you get about 6?
Yeah, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Get some French fries. What? $6, something like that? $8?
No, they're usually right.
Yeah. Listen, this year especially.
They should be getting 60 then.
This year especially, the prices there were astronomical. It was absolutely ridiculous. My cousin ordered her son buttered noodles. I'm not kidding you. $17.95.
Oh my God.
For buttered noodles?
Buttered noodles.
You know what, though, as we're saying this, as we're speaking about this, if you think about it, Ed, if you go to a sporting event.
Oh yeah.
If you were to buy something that had 16 chicken fingers in it,
it would be up there.
I bet it'd be $50.
You know, you're
probably,
right. You're right because I've spent, when we've had events and stuff comes up a little short, and I'm trying to take care of the people if they've come out for an event that we're having and we have a suite or whatever. Yeah, you're right. It can be that high.
So,
obviously, I mean, food costs have gone up, but.
Chicken think about what they're making on the chicken fingers or the $17.95 buttered noodles. Like,
I mean, we get a chicken finger platter. Actually, it's like chicken cutlets. That's what the word is, cutlets. That feeds an entire party. There's a place near me called Cut Above, and like that platter feeds an entire party, and that's $90.
And I'm looking at a picture of these chicken fingers. They look like your standard. Nothing special about them. Pulled right out of the freezer. Chicken fingers.
Chicken fingers.
Chicken fingers.
A quick question: what's the new place that's all the rage? That is
Raising Cane.
Raising Cane. It is a chicken finger specific fast food restaurant?
Yeah.
All right. So what is it? Do we know?
Apparently the cane sauce is amazing.
All right.
It's like in press. I had.
I'd like to try it.
Yeah, I know. Me too. Because they say they just opened one in University City.
Are they open at like 8:30 in the morning, for example, or
it's just a quick drive over?
Not really sure, but press. I had said
we'll give you free commercials.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh wait, that's illegal.
The Chick-fil-A sauce is the #1 fast food sauce, and somebody was saying you got to try the cane sauce.
All right. Well, listen, Steve did bring, and you did. This may open up a can of worms. See, we had the story about the duck sauce killer just a little while ago, and you said. What sauce would be worth taking a human life
for?
And that's a good question. So I must try this cane sauce if it is supposedly
Anybody looking up the store hours?
One that that might be worth killing a human being over.
Listen, it's not something we would do without putting some thought into it. We'd have to taste it first before we murdered someone.
So, but I am looking up their prices. So a 6 chicken finger dish, it comes with French fries and some other stuff. Coleslaw is $15.19.
I'm sorry, say that again. How many fingers?
6.
6 chicken fingers, fries, and coleslaw is $15
With sauces, yeah.
That's still
that's a Raising Cane's?
That's
That's a lot.
pricey. It's not $90, but yeah. Well, let's see. How many? 6, 12, 18. So roughly, if you ordered 3 of those, you're talking about $45, right? And this is $90 for 16 chicken fingers. It's double the price. This is stupid, man. So the Montauk Beach House. So the guy who is the food and beverage director, Yanis Papagianni.
I make a chicken finger.
Maintained that the price of the dish is, quote, not even close to competitors, but that the chicken fingers are, quote, an amenity that the venue offers on certain occasions.
Oh, come on. Get the hell out of
The
here.
special today.
Today is a chicken finger day. We'll also be putting out bowls of pretzels because it's a special day.
So Raising Cane's opens at 10 o'clock.
Glasses of water for everyone on Wednesday.
Oh, my God.
They open at 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock. They're 3.8 miles away. We should probably send somebody there for research. Do you think?
Research purposes.
Yeah.
I think
I don't need to have it, but,
No, I know, but the other
At another
scientists
time.
in the room.
Okay. All right.
They do.
So, by the way, Papagianni, the food and beverage director here, explained that the chicken fingers are not on the regular menu, but offered for certain VIP guests at select times.
Hell out of here. I can't.
Mick Jagger's here. Break out the chicken finger. Oh, there's a great chicken fingers. $90.
I mean, chicken fingers I feel like are overrated.
I love chicken fingers.
But chicken cutlets, I can wholly get behind. I love chicken
I go the other way.
See, I'd take a chicken finger
I'm
over
a finger
chicken
over a cutlet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they
Finger me any day.
Yeah, don't cutlet me.
But when they
finger me.
when they not pulverize it, but when they tenderize it,
They flatten it out. Yeah.
I will
that's
take
the
a
jam
very
right there.
flat. I do love chicken cutlets. I really love chicken fingers. But I know what you're talking about. If someone makes the chicken cutlets very flat, those are very good as well.
So, in comparison to other local hotspots like Duryea's Lobster Deck, Duryea's Lobster Deck, and Bounce Beach Montauk, the price is staggering. Duryea's chicken fingers go for $19 an order, while Bounce is slightly cheaper at $18 an order.
So those 2 places are like, by the way, these are places that we don't even go to when we're there, but those are also very trendy spots. Like Bounce is, if you guys would be so annoyed if you even saw it. Like it's just, they literally built it, I think, and designed it for Instagram, basically.
That's the whole. What is it? Is it Gurney's or what's the name of the place?
Gurney's.
Is
Gurnings.
Gurney.
Where they make those
gurns.
faces.
But that's one of the legendary upper crusty. Yeah. What's that face for? It's Gurney's.
Now, Duryea's Lobster Deck, that's been there for years, but they sort of have gone a little bit more upscale in recent years.
Duryea's sells a $97 lobster Cobb salad.
Yes.
If you really want to spend
What
it.
do you think?
$7.
What's the most you've ever spent on like one actual menu item? And it's got to be, for me, it's got to be some sort
It's
of a
$5,000 for one chicken finger.
No, it's got to be some sort of a steak at like a high-end steak restaurant.
Yeah, man, I had an email somebody sent over, and
I saw it, man.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. Was it forwarded from Chuck?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a group that has excess cardboard available.
Oh, always
for those who are going to participate. Are you looking for it, Marissa?
Yeah, I got it
All right,
right
yeah,
here
just
for
go ahead and
you.
read it if
Okay.
you don't mind.
It is from John Mitchell. He said, "We are a custom sheet metal shop, and we've been saving the 48 by 120 clean cardboard coming off the skids for anybody who can use them for the Cardboard Classic sleds.
Wow.
So all you have to do is reach out to John at pashsheetmetal.com. That's John, John, at PASHEETMETAL.com. And it's free.
That's great.
Yeah.
And that'll help. So sometimes the material is difficult. The size that you may want, those sound really big. So If you want some free cardboard, there it is.
I love the Sammy Vile video about the collecting up the cardboard and the conundrum of doing that from last season. Do you remember that?
I don't remember it. I got to go back
and... the Sound of Silence? Or what
Sound of Silence, was that it?
Yeah.
All right. So, well, he knows.
He knows.
How it can be. And, man, the E.T. that they did last year,
it was
incredible.
Enormous. It was wonderful.
If anyone out there heads to WMR.com/cardboard classic, you can see that Sammy Vile. You can see photos from last year, and we'll put up this guy's information as well, too.
Great. Excellent. All right, let me grab my bell, because it is time for the Connoisseur.
It's time for the Connoisseur pre-Snowmageddon edition.
Exactly. And it's brought to you by our friends at Acme Markets. We're going to give away some $50 gift cards with the movie clips that we will play in a moment, but I have a variety of food stories to share with you. We're going to start with one that came out earlier this week, but I wanted to save it for today because it's appropriate to talk about the 2026 James Beard Award semifinalists here on the Connoisseur. It was announced on Wednesday, and once again, Philadelphia area restaurants and chefs are well represented. In the category of Outstanding Restaurateur, Greg Vernick of Vernick Fish was nominated again for Outstanding Restaurant. Kalaya in Fishtown, or Kalaya? Kalia. Thank you. Is nominated. And in the emerging chef category, Frankie Ramirez of Ama received a nod. And for outstanding bar, the Lovers Bar at Friday, Saturday, Sunday was nominated. Restaurants and chef nominees will be announced Tuesday, March 31st, and winners will be celebrated at the James Beard Restaurant and Chef Awards ceremony Monday, June 15th. So these are semi-finalists?
Yes.
So that doesn't necessarily mean that they will make it to the finals and then the awards?
Yes, exactly. There's a whole nother round, and we tend to get a lot from each region during the semifinals, but it's still cool and it still highlights.
No, that's amazing.
Well, that's part of it. You may not win, but at least the name gets put out there.
Preston, we should start the James Food Awards that celebrates achievements in beards.
Oh, yeah. James Food Awards?
Yeah.
Okay.
For beards. I like that.
All right, so we have Best Chef. I'm going to give you the full rundown of the locals that are semifinalists. You have Russ Cowan at Radden's Delicatessen in Cherry Hill. Ian Gray at Pietra Mala in Philadelphia.
It's a vegan restaurant. It's very delicious.
Jesse Ito at Royal Sushi and Izakaya in Philly. Dwayne Callop at La Fia in Wilmington. Randy Rucker at Little Water in Philly. Amanda Schulman, Her Place Supper Club in Philly. And Omar Tate and Sybil St. Aud Tate for Honeysuckle in Philadelphia. So we'll see who makes the next cut, whether or not they will narrow down to the finals and maybe be James Beard Award winners.
Overlooked Fart Squirt.
Yeah.
Fudge Squirt?
Fart Squirt.
Oh, Fart
Yeah,
Squirt.
the new Rittenhouse, new restaurant. Really great.
Actually, there is a new restaurant coming to Rittenhouse. I'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw out the fact that almost all of these chefs will be cooking at the Tasties on February 1st. So a lot of them are up for Tasty nominations, and they'll be there as well.
You're becoming
food.
your own powerhouse in the culinary world, Marissa.
Thank you.
That you're pulling together all this stuff.
I may just hand this segment over to her.
Yeah.
No
I mean,
way.
he almost seems like a pretender with her in the room.
Preston, I love this segment so much. I actually brought snacks for myself because I get hungry listening to you talk about it. So I love it. It's my favorite.
All right, we're going to play our first clip and see if you can identify what movie this is from. It'll either include food or drink. Here we go.
I am completely miserable, San Diego. It's so damn hot. Milk was a bad choice.
All right, 610-660-9333 is the number. And Casey, the bell, and then this. Hold it. Stop.
That was bad.
No, I missed it. I hit like, I did like a little itty bitty dingy-ling. Let me do this again.
All right.
Here we go. That's better. Time for the fast food roundup. I move it around.
I noticed.
Sometimes
this is an early.
I may even open with it down the road.
Prematurely fast fooded.
All right, so I got some fast food stories to share. We'll start with McDonald's. They have locations all over the world. They serve items that we've never seen here in the U.S., though. And in 2026, the company is planning on bringing some of the favorites from other countries for us to enjoy here. So here's what you can expect. And I'll give you the origins of where they tried these out. So you have the McDonald's Hot Honey Sauce menu. It was a trendy menu first released in New Zealand and Canada. Will now be available sometime this year.
What distinguishes this menu?
So here you go. I'll run down these lists here. Hot honey bacon McCrispy, which is a crispy chicken fillet topped with a thick cut applewood smoked bacon, crispy jalapenos, shredded lettuce, creamy mayo, and hot honey sauce served on a toasted potato roll.
So there's nothing in that I'm mad at. I like it all.
Yeah.
Love a potato roll.
You have the hot honey snack wrap as well. A McCrispy strip topped with shredded lettuce, shredded cheese, and hot honey sauce wrapped in a tortilla. Then you have the hot honey sausage egg biscuit, which is a sausage patty and folded egg topped with hot honey sauce on a biscuit brushed with real butter. That sounds pretty good.
They still offering frost nips?
No, they gave those up. So you can expect to see all of these items at beginning January 27 at participating locations nationwide. And also the hot honey sauce can be added to any menu item if you want to.
You know, and sometimes when you're really in the fast food realm and you become like your own like research scientist, I wonder if I were to take the sauce from Arby.
Oh, yeah.
And you're, oh, look at me.
Oh, you know what? I've never thought about cross-contamination of other fast food restaurants. What items would you like to see mixed from one restaurant to another? Say you wanted a single from Wendy's, but with the Big Mac sauce on.
Right. Do we dare dabble?
Ooh,
you know, well, they do those crossover episodes on TV.
Right.
It's a pretty good
What
idea.
if? Has it ever happened? And throw this out to you,
officially,
Connoisseur.
no.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
If fast food juggernauts paired together to create a...
That's like when DC and Marvel started doing stuff together. Yeah.
It could be revolution.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah, they've done crossovers before.
All right, so does Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, and KFC have a crossover by any chance? Because sometimes you'll see all three of those.
I think they're owned by the same group, but do they do
cross
food
the menu?
creation?
Menu-wise, I don't know if they do a crossover, but I mean, there are sometimes you'll see like all three of those in the
Did
same
I just
restaurant.
change the culinary world forever?
Possibly. Our Taco Bell over here is also a Pizza Hut. And then who's in bed with Long John Silver?
His wife. I hate that goddamn peg leg. It's always cold.
I thought there was and maybe it's like an AMW root beer or
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like KFC and Taco Bell did do a couple collabs. The Chicken Twister,
Okay.
which is a crispy chicken zesty sauce in a taco form.
Okay, that's not bad.
I need something a little bit more.
I'd like to see the big burger chains try to do some kind of a collab.
Let's get real. Let's go
smart.
big.
Listen, man, the fast food's having trouble right now. They should look for things like that to reinvigorate. So, I don't know. All right, one other item from McDonald's, the Big Arch Burger. Debuted in Portugal in 2024, was expanded into Canada, Germany, the UK, Ireland, France, and Australia. And it features 2 quarter-pounder patties, 3 slices of cheese, crispy onions, slivered onions, pickles, lettuce, and Big Arch sauce sandwiched between a sliced sesame and poppy seed bun.
Half a pound of meat.
The price in Canada for the meal was $12.59, and that will be available nationwide coming up in March of this year.
I think if they want to live up to the name, they should put 1 arch support on each burger.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right, and then one other fast food story. Arby's is famous for the meats, but they're bringing back a fan favorite item for Lent with the fish sandwich, and it's February 18th through April 2nd. And for those who don't eat meat or on Ash Wednesday or Fridays, the fish sandwich is a popular item every year. So the Arby's crispy fish sandwich features a fish fillet, shredded lettuce, and tartar sauce on a toasted sesame seed bun. You could also add cheddar cheese or bacon for an extra charge if you're a meat eater. And there's also a King's Hawaiian Fish Deluxe version that features the filet, shredded lettuce, tomato, slice of cheddar, and tartar sauce served on toasted King's Hawaiian roll. And if you want to add bacon, you can do that for an extra $1. And then, this is one that really stood out to me.
Melt your butter?
Arby's is adding a limited time Italian beef dip sandwich featuring thin sliced roast beef, Swiss cheese, and giardiniera served on a warm roll along with au jus for dipping.
Au jus.
Yum.
Ooh.
I like the giardiniera. By the way, Casey,
Yeah.
I had to look up. I'd always said gardeniera.
Yeah.
But I looked up officially how you pronounce it. It's giardiniera.
Okay. All right.
And also there's an apple pie shake with baked apple spices and whipped cream if you're wanting a dessert item too. So they're being added to Arby's menus.
So going back a few seconds, I am a fan of the filet of fish.
Are you?
I think it can be a good sandwich.
Me too.
I prefer that over
I
the
hated
whaler.
it initially, and then I grew to love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had one in a long time, but there was a stretch where I'd get my go-to was get a filet of fish and a cheeseburger.
What is that, cod?
I believe so. Yeah.
I think we should do a taste test when it comes around because I haven't had it in a very long time.
The filet of fish?
And then there's other ones at other restaurants too, right?
Yeah, I mentioned this one from Arby's.
Arby's.
And,
Filet
I think they pretty much all do it.
Yeah.
I don't know about Wendy's. I'm not sure if they have a fish sandwich or not. All right, let's see if somebody can identify what movie this clip is from.
I am completely miserable, San Diego. It's so damn hot. Milk was a bad choice.
All right, we're going to go to Julia. Hey there, Julia. Good morning.
Hello.
Hi. All right, Julia, name that movie.
Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy.
You got it.
Full title. Well done.
Hang on, Julia. Going to give you a $50 Acme Markets gift card. Hungry and in a hurry. Acme's flash grocery delivery or pickup. Get your fresh groceries in 30 minutes or less. Fresh, fast, and right to your door. Acme Fresh Foods and local flavors. We're going to tee up another clip and see if you know what this one is from.
Where's the milk for the coffee? Well, we're all out. Well, what do you call that in the cooler? Well, if you want to buy some, help yourself, but the freebies are all out. Buy some? What, I got to pay for mustard if I get a hot dog?
All right, 610-660-9333. Call if you know what it is. Order up. So this was sad news to see. Frank Oliveri Sr., the former longtime owner of Pat's King of Steaks in South Philadelphia, passed away this past Sunday. He was 87 years old. A statement from Pat's said, Frank, like Harry and Pat before him, was a true original who helped forge the origins of Pat's for nearly a half century. Frank Oliveri Sr. Started working at the shop in late 1950s and became the co-owner in 1968. He retired in 1996. Frank Oliveri Sr., his son Frank Jr. Now runs the family business. We've met Frank on several occasions.
Sure, yeah.
Pat's has been open since 1930, and of course you'll find it at South 9th and Morton Streets at Passyunk Avenue, and claims to have invented the steak sandwich.
It's inextricable from Philadelphia. It is, it's the Liberty Bell, of food. So it's wild. The thing is, when you have a legend and a legacy like that, you're born into that family, you're doing cheesesteaks.
That's what you're doing.
That's what you're doing.
Casey, isn't Pat's where you would get them in college?
Yeah.
Because your friend would babysit for them?
So our friend babysat for, I guess, Frank's son. All right. And she would come back and have like 24 cheesesteaks.
That's the best.
It was really, really great. Yeah. But also, that was when I was in college and we went to, it was our sinus, not super close to the city. But that was always a treat. It was we're going on a Pat's run,
Yeah,
so we would drive out. We would do a Pat's run. Sometimes we'd do a Nick's roast beef run or whatever. But it was awesome. And people call it a tourist trap. But I always liked Pat's steaks. And I preferred Pat's over Geno's just strictly because of their French fries were better.
Yeah,
or at least in my opinion,
I like the sandwich better. I mean, they'll both work. They'll both be great. But given a choice, I'll look at the lines.
Yes.
And that helps make helps make a decision. But all right, and then I have one other Philadelphia story to mention. Some big changes are coming to Rittenhouse Hotel on Rittenhouse Square as the Italian restaurant Scarpetta will leave the bi-level space next weekend. It's been there for almost 10 years and set the stage for a posh new steakhouse called Ruxton from Baltimore-based Atlas Restaurant Group. Alex Smith, Atlas's president and chief executive, told the Inquirer that Ruxton, a sibling of the location in Baltimore's Harbor East, would open in spring of 2027. This will be the second Philadelphia restaurant for Atlas, which had opened the high-end Lock Bar at Broad and Spruce Streets in the fall of 2023. Before renovations for the Ruxton begin, the Rittenhouse space will host a residency from up-and-coming chef R.J. Smith, who launched Ocho Supper Club last year in his Drexel University apartment.
That's amazing.
To showcase Afro-Caribbean cuisine through a fine dining lens. R.J. Smith said that he has scheduled the first seating for his 8-course tasting menus for February 1st. Plans to offer them through July 26th, and the schedule has not been formally set, but includes Valentine's Day. Scarpetta, owned by LDV Hospitality, has set its final service for January 31st. That opened back in 2016, by the way, filling the space previously occupied by Smith and Walensky, which was also a steakhouse. La Croix, the Rittenhouse Hotel signature restaurant, is unaffected by any of this. Construction will start in late summer for Ruxton. Will occupy more space at the Rittenhouse, allowing for a total of 220 seats versus Scarpetta's 120. It's going to have views from the second floor of the Rittenhouse Square, and we'll have 3 private dining rooms and a 50-seat outdoor space on the deck as well. So, new restaurant coming.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right, let's play that clip again, see if somebody knows what movie it's from.
Where's the milk for the coffee? Well, we're all out. Oh, what do you call that in the cooler? Well, if you want to buy some, help yourself, but the freebies are all out. Buy some? What, I got to pay for mustard if I get a hot dog?
All right, we're going to go to Sarah. Hi there, Sarah.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Okay, Sarah, do you know what movie that is?
I believe it's Kingpin.
You are correct.
One of my favorites.
Hold on a moment, and we are going to set you up with a $50 Acme Markets gift card. So congratulations to you. Don't forget, 30 minutes or less, you can get the flash grocery delivery. All right, let us play another clip and see if you know what it's from.
I'm starving.
Good luck trying to find something decent to eat around here. Probably only dead rats and moldy bread.
All right, 610-660-9333. Let's see if you know what that's from. And we got another one. So order up. Yelp has just announced its top 100 U.S. restaurants for 2026, revealing the best dining spots in the country. It is the 13th annual list, which Yelp creates by analyzing the total volume and ratings of reviews for each eatery. So volume and ratings. So it has to get a lot of them, and they have to be decent.
A lot of good reviews.
Yeah.
Basically.
So the top 100 can include any type of cuisine and restaurant, from fine dining to food halls. And when putting the list together, Yelp spotted a few major trends, including that what they're calling grandma core has hit the dinner table. And also it's known as, and I like this better, non-nostalgia. Non-nostalgia.
I get it.
The trend encourages people to take a break from their fast-paced lives to enjoy old-fashioned, slow-cooked family recipes.
They have boxes of
crackers.
Yeah.
Say that again?
I was asking if they had boxes of crackers. I just wanted to play an old man.
Crackers.
Hi, Grandmom.
Sandwiches are another top trend.
Hi, Grandmom.
As Yelp notes that they're not just for lunch anymore, now that they're a round-the-clock staple. Japanese flavors are also taking over, with sushi spots scoring 10 spots on the list.
Arigato, Grandmom.
How old were you when you first had? I know you were later on in life.
Yeah,
Steve,
it was about a month ago.
Yeah.
I think I was 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like my kids are eating sushi, and and have been for years
mine
now.
too.
Yeah.
It's like expensive
So-
for a little kid.
Well, when I was young, it was a novelty.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it was new. The idea of eating anything raw was radical.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So it was a slow build before I ever gave it a shot. And I hated it the first time I tried it. I couldn't stand it for years.
Can we afford fire?
Now I can't wait to go to a sushi restaurant.
Well, and also the quality is so much better now.
Yeah.
The one thing that which is the big shocking thing, when I sort of broke my sushi cherry, you make the order and the food's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like boom.
So this year's best restaurant in the country is Ci Siamo in New York City. It is an Italian restaurant, and it's loved for its food, including the best-selling dish, which is rigatoni alla grizia. And the ambiance and service is greatly appreciated there, too.
Wait till you try our gin and cherry.
Coming in second is Taste of Texas, and that's in Houston. And it gets high praise for the fact that customers can go into the kitchen and select the cut of beef that they want for dinner. Texas, by the way, is home to the most restaurants on the list this year.
That's amazing. Wow.
With an impressive 17 of them. I scoured the entire list of the top 100.
You got to be kidding.
And I only saw one Philadelphia restaurant.
I just refuse to believe.
I
that
saw
they-
like 6 from St. Louis because that stands out to me because I'm
Right,
from
yeah.
there. And I was surprised. So number 46 on the list is Mawn. And that's the only Philly restaurant that you're going to find on this. This is from Yelp.
Okay.
So it's per reviews. So number 3 is Nam Kitchen in California, Waffle and Berry in Honolulu, Comfort Cafe in San Antonio. Number 6 is Adela's Country Eatery in Honolulu as well. Number 7, Broken Mouth in L.A., GW Finn's in New Orleans. Number 9 is Slackwater in Salt Lake City. And number 10 on this list is Pep and Dolores in Cincinnati.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, again, it's Yelp is the issue.
Well, yeah. Well, also, and it's who's
checking.
Do we review much around
Yeah,
here?
yeah,
Do
yeah.
you, when you go to a restaurant, take the time out to go over to one of these places and post your review? I would like to do a little bit more of that. I like, I like being honest. I think it helps out the business, helps out the people. I know I would never scathe unless I just got horrible service or it was just ridiculous that I can't believe this place is open because they're serving food like this. That's the only time I would really do anything like that.
I think I tend to sort of be dismissive of reviews like that in general, like Yelp reviews and stuff like that, because there's so much like competitive, combative review bombing.
Yeah.
So you never know what is what.
Not me. I will absolutely, if I want somewhere new to go to or am just like, what's out there?
Yeah.
I'll go right to that because it's a good source. And if I see enough decent reviews, then I'm on board, or at least to try it.
Has it panned out for you in general?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've never been somewhere and gone, so yeah.
That was
Usually
really
worked out
bad
pretty
Fatberg.
Yeah. All right, let's see if somebody knows what this is from.
I'm starving. Good luck trying to find something decent to eat round here. Probably only dead rats and moldy bread.
All right, we're going to go to Roy. See if we can get the answer. Hey, Roy, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Roy, name that movie, brother.
Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
Yes! Precisely, sir. Hang on just a moment, and you also get a $50 gift card from our friends at Acme. All right, let me see. Hang on, I'm looking at the wrong stack of stuff here.
Yeah.
What
You gotta do
seems
another
to be the
movie.
problem?
All right, let's see. We're going to do... I have a special... Oh, here's another clip. Let's play another clip first. Here we go.
They say bread is life, and I bake bread, and I sweat and shovel this stinking dough in and out of this hot hole in the wall, and I should be so happy, huh, sweetie?
Oh, my God. 610-660-9333. Let's see if you know. All right, I have a special new segment on the Connoisseur.
Is that right?
Yeah, because sometimes these stories come in clusters, and I don't want to just read one of them, and they tie together. Two cookie stories.
I'm a cookie fan.
You are?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I'm a cookie fan.
All right, and
Guess
you know
what I like the most?
You know Insomnia cookies.
Oh, God, yeah.
Obviously.
Love Insomnia.
They have a special Valentine's Day date night that is coming up, and they're taking reservations for the first ever Warm Cookies Hot Date event, and that will be at select U.S. and Canadian locations. So for $30, couples get a cozy in-store experience with a 6-pack of warm cookies, 3 dipping sauces, and 2 bottles of milk.
Really?
Time slots available February 12th and 13th.
All you have to do is travel to Canada.
No, they're doing it in the U.S. as well. But select locations, so I don't know about Philadelphia. Marissa, if you wouldn't mind taking a quick peek on Insomnia Cookies' website and see if they have any of these in Philly. It's called the Warm Cookies Hot Date Event.
Isn't Insomnia from here?
Yes.
Yeah. In fact,
Their headquarters are right at Broad and Chestnut.
with a testing facility right there.
Yeah, that's a huge space. And they also have that really cool cookie lab right in South Philly across from Pat's and Gino's where you can go in the back.
This is for Insomnia Rewards members, and the brand is also rolling out festive treats like red velvet and chocolate-covered strawberry cookies.
Yeah.
Starting on the 27th, plus new chocolate and caramel dips, or you can say caramel, in early February. And
he likes it.
And if you miss out on a reservation, there's still a Valentine's themed Cherub Chunk 12-pack with a plush toy that's coming out on February 13th.
When you're talking about foods that pair extraordinarily well together, chocolate and strawberries, it's just sublime.
Chocolate and strawberries, and chocolate and peanut butter is another one of those too.
As well.
You know, obviously Reese's, but I find that those, and if you're going to add milk into the equation, peanut butter and milk and chocolate and milk are just, they're made for each other.
It's a marriage made in heaven.
Yep.
Good news, guys. It is available at the Flagship Bakery, which is on Broad Street, at the Cookie Lab, the one on Wharton Street in South Philly, and at the Cherry Hill location.
Okay, so if you want to try out that Warm Cookies Hot Date event, check out Insomnia Cookies. And then one more cookie story. Marvel and Oreo are teaming up for a superhero-themed cookie collab, which is launching nationwide on February 2nd. It features 4 special edition packs with 32 different embossed designs from franchises like The Avengers, Spider-Man, X-Men, and Fantastic Four.
Right there into the cookie.
Yep. The Oreo Stuff of Legends, and stuff is spelled S-T-U-F. Cookies come with a color-changing cream.
Wow.
That turns from gray to blue for a little interactive twist.
What kind of crazy chemicals are they using for that?
Fans can join an online game by scanning QR codes to help deliver a mysterious 4th pack, earning sweepstakes entries for prizes like a check for $1,400, Disney gift cards, and an Oreo shopping credit.
So they did the same thing with the 50 Shades of Grey movie, Preston.
Pre-sale starts... What's that white stuff in there?
It's a different kind of film.
The pre-sale starts on Monday the 26th. And you won't want to sleep on the delicious Marvel experience. It'll only be available for a limited time.
Oreos are so good.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the time, somebody says, that cream in there is just basically chemicals. And my response was, it's the best goddamn tasting chemicals I ever had.
I just learned that Oreos are vegan.
Are they?
Yes, because
Oreos
there's
are
not
vegan?
actually any cream.
They're made from all chemicals and balsa wood.
There's no dairy in them.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're great.
Nice.
And you want to talk about pairing well with milk.
Oh, my God. Most definitely. All right, we're going to try and get a winner. Here is the clip. No, that's not it.
My bad. I thought I had that queued up because I thought you would play it on the way out.
I know. It's all good. I appreciate it, Case. I wasn't looking either. All right, here we go.
They say bread is life, and I bake bread, and I sweat and shovel this stinking dough in and out of this hot hole in the wall, and I should be so happy. Huh, sweetie?
Oh, my God. We're going to go to Paula. Hey, Paula, good morning.
Hey, Gadzooks.
Gadzooks. All right, Paula, name that overacted movie right there.
One of my favorites, Moonstruck.
Yes. And very Nick Cage style, that delivery. Paula, you got yourself a $50 Acme Markets gift card. One more from me. Let's play another clip, and then I have one more story. Here we go.
Oh, God. What's in there?
Milk, eggs, and meat.
What kind of meat?
Raw.
All right, 610-660-9333. By the way, all of the clips today have either been about bread, milk, or eggs.
Which are?
What you buy when you got snow coming.
That's right.
All right, last story. So your Instagram feed, case, has probably been full of people posting photos from 10 years ago. And now Panera is getting in on the trend. They're throwing back to 2016 with a limited time menu inspired by the foods that customers loved a decade ago.
So they held on to this food for 10 years and they're serving it up?
They've been saving it. They're rolling out the nostalgia through the mobile app. The lineup includes the bacon turkey Bravo sandwich, broccoli cheddar soup in a bread bowl, a chocolate chipper cookie, and an agave lemonade. All items that were already on the menu, but especially popular back then. So it's kind of a throwback menu of sorts.
I will say that the broccoli cheddar soup is what got me through the doors to begin with.
Okay.
I actually don't even get. Now I'm a tomato basil guy there, but
I love their tomato basil.
Yeah.
It's top notch. And again, I think they sort of left the building for a while, and now they're back. Their menu's strong.
Yes,
I lean towards the onion soup. soup they had.
Do
there.
you?
Yeah, in
Ooh,
Red
okay.
Bull.
Yeah.
Wait,
Excellent.
like a French onion or onion?
Yeah, it's French onion soup. Yep.
I get that too.
Even after the promotion ends, all the individual items will still be available for fans who want to keep the 2016 vibes going. All right, we are going to see if somebody knows what movie that is. I'm sorry, I was reading something up on here. We're going to go to Mike. Hey, Mike. Good morning, bud.
Good morning, Preston.
All right, Mike, do you know that movie?
That's The Ringer.
The Ringer. Correct. Hang on, buddy. We are going to set you up with the $50 Acme Markets gift card. Hungry and in a hurry, Acme's flash grocery delivery or pickup. Get your fresh groceries in 30 minutes or less. And you know, we started doing this a couple weeks ago. It's time for the Connoisseur Encore
Tasting more, it's encore.
with Marissa Magnato. One more story.
Yeah, I actually breaking news last night. This kind of came out, and I jumped. I was very excited. The Max Tavern space, which closed over the summer last year, it was in Old City. It opened for 15 years.
Yeah.
And one of the prestigious owners sits with us every single day.
I try.
What was it, 5% that you had of it?
Oh, less than that. I don't know how much I own of the
paper
company.
holder. I loved that.
Yeah.
Well, there is a restaurateur bar owner in the city named Fergie, and Fergie is taking over the Max Tavern space in Old City.
Fergie Ferg.
Fergie Ferg.
Yeah.
So his name is Fergus Carey. He is an Irishman. He is amazing, like very well known in the bar scene in Philadelphia. Him and his partner Jim own Fergie's. They own the Goat in Rittenhouse Square and the Gym, which is in South Philly. All amazing places.
So reading the article today in the paper, and then they're bringing cuisine as well, right?
Yeah. So they always have food along with their items and a lot of veggie stuff, which is always nice. It's going to just be a Celtic pub, Irish Scottish food.
That's great.
It's kind of their vibe there, like at Fergie's, and it'll be coming there.
Did they, when it was maxed, was there food?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really good chicken fingers.
Yep, and they had great special macaroni and cheese dishes. You know, like you get it with like crab and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah. So Fergie's taking over Max Tavern. Very exciting. Should be opening in the spring. No name yet. We don't know. But it's exciting. Maybe.
Presbos.
I was just walking through that area of Old City, and I'm excited for some new spaces to be coming in.
Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, well, that's it. Thank you, Marissa. That's all we have for the Connoisseur this Friday morning as we're headed towards no sad bro territory, full on. We will take a break and come back in a moment. When we return, Dr. Blasphemy and Reggie Bugmuncher.
Yes.
From the Tattoo Festival are going to be here in the studio, so hang out for a minute. It's a really awesome steak.
Butcher and Singer.
Barclay Prime.
Yeah.
I went there, but we were taken to dinner there by a like a record person or something like that who was buying dinner for us. So I did not pay for it.
Yes.
But that was probably the priciest cut of meat, if I recall.
Okay.
How much? Do you remember?
I don't remember. It was like, it was probably over $100, something like that. So.
Yeah, I remember for your son's birthday last year. I think that might have been the
Gordon Ramsay's restaurant. Yeah. That was a special night. So we splurged.
Yes, and you should splurge if you can do it every now and then. Mm-hmm. But it's sometimes, to drop close to $100 for chicken fingers.
Mm-hmm. Well, we do have the list of the most expensive dishes and tasting menus in the world.
All right.
If you would like to get a little flavor of that world.
Maybe it'll make these chicken fingers seem a little bit more affordable.
You have the Kyoto Kicho Arashiyama in Kyoto, Japan. They have a prefix menu that is $599.49. So there's several prefix menus to choose from. I do like doing the prefix menus. That's kind of fun. But for the costliest option, you won't leave hungry as the meal's at least 10 courses.
Oh, well, that makes sense then.
And features rounds of sashimi, grilled and steamed food, rice, pickled vegetables, and desserts, to name a few.
A 10-course meal. Now, it's still $500. It's heavy duty, but 10 courses.
When I have been to, some trendier restaurants, some ones that tend to be the top of the food chain at the time.
Right.
There have been on occasion, and I don't mind smaller plates, but there have been occasion where I'm like, really, man?
Like ultra.
Just like one mouthful.
Yeah.
That's one of your dishes.
Yeah, I don't dig that.
Come on. No. And
where are my chicken fingers?
And I get tapas style where everything is going to be smaller and you get 15 of those. But I went to one really, really pricey, and I was like, I left very underwhelmed, not at the taste, but at the amount of food that I got.
It's a big pompous thing. A lot. Some of the more, and I tend to not eat at those places. A, because they're wildly expensive, but B, because I'm not, my palate is not that cultivated. But Jesus, it's more about how they're swirling the sauce or whatever, the presentation over the.
Restaurants, Guy Savoy Monet in Paris. The prefix menu is $536. Oh, did I start with the most expensive one?
No, I don't think so. Did you?
You're right. No, I didn't. I don't know why these are in no particular order.
Don't go in the order. You disappoint the audience.
So the prefix menu of up to 13 courses described as a feast of textures, colors, and flavors. The price does not include drinks, however. It's $536.
Yeah, tag that on. When you talk about meals that you didn't, my wife and I were on Vancouver Island, one of the best vacations we ever took. And so we're at a Fairmont Hotel, and they have high tea. Now, we were just thinking, being the idiots that we are, this is tea time. We already had lunch, but we're going to go back for tea time and have tea and, a lady finger or, a cookie. That'll be wonderful. No. High tea is a full multi-course meal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's the way they were serving it. Yes, sandwiches and all sorts of stuff. And I'm like, Jesus.
Here is, let's see. So the one in Paris, you get for the hundreds of dollars, you enjoy duck, lobster, and artichoke soup with black truffles in addition to other delightful dishes.
You guys like duck?
No.
Yeah.
Never had it.
Yeah.
It's a little greasier, Casey, than a chicken.
Yeah. It's got, there's a, if they
to chicken.
If they have the skin on it, there's a lot of
Don't
fat.
even bring that to me. I don't want to hear about it.
All right. Sorry, Gene.
Ronald. Liam.
Oh my God. They offer the dining's a little different than ordering sushi as a midnight snack, but spicy tuna rolls, one of the most popular late night takeout orders around the country. So yeah, that's going to cost you $500 some odd. All right, so in Shanghai, there's a place called Ultraviolet. These are the most expensive meals in the world, by the way. $872 if you want to have dinner there. And it's a 20-course meal. Comes with theme music for every course, as well as light shows. All guests at the table are
I'll
served
bring a flashlight to McDonald's.
the same food at the same time. And so if you want to head to China, they said that it is a part of a life-changing trip if you would like to go.
Yes, it'll make you impoverished.
Yeah. Boy, is my life changed.
It's over.
I can't afford my bills anymore.
I'm broke.
You have the Burger Brasserie in Las Vegas.
I'm a burger dude.
Well, the Kobe beef and Maine lobster burger will set you back $777.
For $770 for a burger.
Yeah, the burger has pancetta, goat cheese, seared foie gras, arugula, Maine lobster, and 100-year-old aged balsamic paired with a BLT salad. 100-year-old aged balsamic.
When they do that type of thing, like a 50-year-old bottle of wine, or like that, to me, it seems like a gimmick. Like, how much better can a 100-year-old balsamic vinegar be than a 5-year-old?
I know.
You know?
Right. So this also comes with a bottle of Rosé Dom Perignon champagne. All right. So that's, going to add to it as well. So you do get that little thing. Sometimes they'll have, a diamond-encrusted
chicken nuggets,
napkin holder or whatever.
These are diamond-encrusted chicken fingers.
In New York, Serendipity 3 has the Golden Opulence Sundae for $1,000.
No.
So this is clearly one of those ones that are festooned with gold, right? Gold leaves and stuff like that.
Yeah. So in this dish, Tahitian vanilla ice cream, made with Madagascar vanilla bean, is covered in 24-karat gold leaf, specialty chocolates, Parisian candied fruits.
Right this way, Mr. Elliott.
Truffles, caviar.
Your heavenly hash is waiting.
And more.
Snooty.
A sundae of this.
Naughty.
Oh, that'll be a hoot. A sundae of this magnitude isn't served in a simple glass dish, but rather a Baccarat crystal bowl that you can take home as a souvenir. So there you go. And you can order. You have to order it at least 48.
But that's no big deal. I went to a place where you could take home the menu. It's all the best places to bass fish in Canada.
Yeah.
48 hours in advance. By the way, I watched an episode of is it Man vs. Food?
Yeah.
The guy that eats all, the huge.
Yes.
Well, they were doing a Philly episode. He went to Tony Luke's. There's like this freaking 5-pound sandwich that they make at Tony Luke's, and he ate it.
Freaking Tony Luke's.
But there was an ice cream joint that they featured on there in Philadelphia. Oh my God, it looked amazing.
It wasn't like. Was it the one on Market Street in Old City?
It might be. These guys had like old timey mustaches, like old DeBella mustaches.
Is it
with the
Franklin-
curly Q
Was it
mustaches.
DeBella?
It's not
It wasn't
Franklin.
DeBella.
Franklin Fountain?
It might have been.
Yeah.
But wow, that like they make everything there from scratch, all the whipped cream and all the stuff. I really want, but they had one.
Wow.
They had a special dish that he ate. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's got to be it. Franklin Fountain. But they had I forgot what it was called. I forgot what it was that he ate, but I would like to have one.
Have you ever been here?
No.
It's a really cool place to go to.
I would like to go to.
Yeah.
There's always a line.
Oh,
Is
I
there
don't like that.
Yeah.
Okay, but absolutely everything in the establishment is made there.
Yeah, and it's really good. I mean, Kathy's right. Like, it's delicious stuff. It's pricey, and you're paying a bit for the experience. But
I don't care. You guys know ice cream is my
Would you spend $1,000?
No.
Yeah.
No, I would not.
Closing.
Hell no, I would
No,
not.
come on.
Kidding me?
There's
No.
delicious ice cream you got that heavenly hash that Nick gave you.
But I
When he
do.
tried to kill you.
It's in the freezer.
tried to kill you.
I have some of that tomorrow. All right, let's get back to this list of other most expensive dishes in the world.
Everyone, Mr. Elliott is here.
Well, hang on. Let me go to, real quick, I'm going to go to Mike, who works in the restaurant industry, wants to talk about some of these high-end prices. Hey, Mike, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Ed. How are you today?
Good morning, it buddy. I'm good. So what can you shed some light on here?
So a couple quick things. First off, I'm working in the industry and I'm pricing out food and that kind of thing. If we're paying, say, $10 a pound for chicken wings, that means 6 wings to a customer are going to be about $15 to $20.
Okay.
We got to make at least a triple return on an item in order to pay salaries. Kitchen cooks are making between.
Yeah. You got to pay the people that are putting this together for you. Sure.
Mike, is that a standard way of reckoning this, or has it gotten a little out of whack of late with the prices going up?
Well, so it's gone out of whack, but there's other things that restaurants do. So like hand-cut French fries cost nothing to make.
Yeah.
So an order of like a 6-ounce order of French fries, hand cut, including labor, costs a restaurant about $1, but the average price is about $6-7. But then they turn around and they sell a chicken breast on a salad for $5, and the cost of that chicken breast is about $3-4.
Okay. All right.
So they kind of, every restaurant kind of makes up in certain ways.
Okay. So what about $90 for how many chicken fingers was it? 16?
16 chicken
16
fingers.
chicken fingers. That's ridiculous.
Yes.
Dude, that's just absolutely ridiculous. But Preston, as a connoisseur, I'm going to recommend that you go to Alinea in Chicago.
Ooh, okay.
One of the most amazing restaurants in the world. Researched the chef. He lost his palate through cancer.
Oh.
And then redeveloped his palate.
Whoa.
Amazing courses.
What's the cuisine, Mike?
Cost is
No, the cuisine of this restaurant.
People, for the name of the restaurant's Alinea.
Okay.
And cost per person is about $300, and that's not including any beverage.
Steve was asking what the cuisine is.
Oh, cuisine all over the place.
Okay.
It's hard to describe, but we got when we had dessert. One of the dessert courses was a fruit roll-up kind of compote made into a helium-filled balloon with a spun sugar string. The entire thing was edible. There was a bouquet of herbs hanging from the ceiling above a candle. We thought that was like instead of a flower or whatever. 6th course came around. They brought out a broth. They cut the bouquet off the thing. It had been toasting under the candle for the entire evening. They ground it up and put it into the broth. That was a soup course.
So it's a major production. So they do all of this, and obviously this is the kind of thing that you make it an event, you save up for it, and you go and have a good time.
The 28th annual Villain Arts Tattoo Festival is happening this weekend at the Pennsylvania Convention Center. Our good friend Troy Temple has been putting this thing on for ages.
Forever, yeah.
Turned it into the largest tattoo festival in the country, and we want to welcome 2 people. We have your MC of the event, Dr.Blasphemy.
This morning. How you doing?
Nice to see you, Doc.
Hey, I missed you guys.
It's good to see you. Well, we're happy to have you back in our fold.
We know that medical school is taxing, and that's where a lot of your time is spent. So, yeah.
And with you, you've brought a very special guest who we're having for the first time in our studio. This is Reggie Bugmuncher. Who is here. How you doing, Reg?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm really happy to be here.
Nice to see you.
Do you think you'd walk down the street and pass Reggie and think, I bet that woman's name is Reggie Bugmuncher?
It's not fully obvious.
No,
but,
completely.
Although I did just see your hand, your left hand, as you brought up, the heart implant there you have on your. Explain what that is. What's a technical term for that?
It's just a silicone implant, but the technology is the same as cheek implants or the chin implants.
So you just it doesn't have a name like skin modification or what's the term?
Super saucy hand implant.
Oh, super saucy hand implant.
All right. Body modification.
Body mod. Okay, thank you.
So now I'm looking at it. Can you subcutaneously just manipulate the heart which way you want it to point, or is it locked?
No, it's like the scar tissue builds up around it.
I
But I
see.
can still squish it up because it's silicone.
All right.
Wow.
Melissa, you having a tough time looking at that?
Nope, definitely can't look at it. I'm like, I want to take a photo for Instagram. Maybe we'll just pose for a photo and I'll post it and won't look at it, okay?
She's really scared of it.
Well, she used to have a pierced tongue, so I mean, it's not too far off the mark.
It is the coolest thing ever. It just freaks me the hell out. But it's amazing. Like, that is like the first person to think about putting an implant, because of course you can put implants anywhere in your body that you need them, butts, boobs, anywhere. And it's like, why not put some art on my hand? Yeah. That's so cool.
Well, listen, Dr. Blasphemy, the reason that Reggie is here along with you is Reggie is one of the performers at the event. And I want people to understand that the Tattoo Arts Festival is not just about artists and your chance to come by and get tattooed. There's a whole lot to this, right?
We have over 1,000 artists and vendor booths. So you can come in and do some shopping, get some artwork, different things, oddities, jewelry. There'll be sideshows happening on stage, tattoo competitions. It's a little bit of everything happening all day long.
It's the most comprehensive celebration of a lifestyle that draws in all sorts of people from from the casual person who's interested in a tattoo to someone who wants the more extreme stuff, but it's all there. I mean, and the fact that it started here is kind of really cool.
The Philadelphia Convention or Expo is the largest in the world. We're going to have over 30,000 people in here for this weekend.
Yeah. You guys are, no matter what on Sunday, you're open, right?
Yeah, we're open.
Are.
Yeah. So, and I was talking to somebody about this yesterday, but the amount of vendors and people that are there, performers, vendors. They all got hotel rooms and stuff, right?
Well, we're gonna be here.
You guys are within walking distance.
What.
So no matter what, this is going on Sunday.
So you mentioned the vendors, but as far as the show goes, I'm looking at the list here, Doc, and there are things like a Birds of Prey show.
Yes, live Birds of Prey on stage.
It's great.
Jay Chen will do a little picture with you and talk with you about the birds.
And there's also things like burlesque performers and contortionists.
It's
and
not just burlesque. It's sideshow burlesque.
Do tell.
Well, regular burlesque, she's dancing around and she's slowly taking off clothing. Well, on this one, it includes cucumbers. It includes metal skewers, swords. Yeah, it's a sideshow burlesque show.
So it's like Uncle Fester meets burlesque.
It's Verona Fink, the queen of pain, and she's also the one that leads our live human suspension, where they hang the people from the ceiling in the hooks and they swing around.
Yeah,
it's wild.
It's fun.
It's fun. Have you ever dabbled, either of you, with the?
I haven't.
I've suspended.
Have you?
Yeah, just a couple of times.
And just
All right.
I'm too scared.
Yeah.
What part of your body are you
Just
hanging
the
from?
back. I've only done the back. I did it twice. The second time, I was really excited. They cut me down to one hook, and they were like, "Just chill out, be fine."
Wait, stop. They cut you down to one?
Yeah, so I had two, and then they cut me down to one, and they were like, "Now calm down, like, chill, because now I don't have the two supporting me."
Supporting you.
But I had so much. The endorphins were racing like crazy, so I was still swinging like, "Yay!" And then they were like, "Bring her down," because I started ripping.
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a stitch or two.
Yeah.
It's just a stitch or two.
Can you feel it ripping while it's happening?
I didn't. I was like in a very euphoric state. I didn't
Well, who wouldn't be thrilled having a hook in their back?
Yeah, I mean, imagine you've got the hooks in the back, you're in the air, you get a burn from the hooks, which is releasing your endorphins, and then the adrenaline from the audience. It's screaming and cheering for you. You're just like, I don't care, I'm going to swing.
I remember when I saw, was it Chris Angel did the I don't even know if it's real or not, but I mean, I know that it has. Obviously, you did it. But he was on a helicopter, hanging from a helicopter, and they were flying him over some canyon or something like that. So when you do that,
Steve did that too.
After the hooks come out, what do you have to do? Do you have to immediately tend to it medically? What's the protocol when you have just had two large meat hooks in your back?
They typically will just do what they call burping you, which
Okay.
gets all of the air out.
Right.
Because a lot of air could have gotten in there, and then that can be a problem later, and it makes this weird noise that they call Rice Krispies. It pushes.
They're squeezing it and pushing
they
everything out of the little holes.
all the air out, and then they seal it up, and then you're healed pretty quickly.
So I love so much of this stuff, but that part of it, I have to ask, like, did you ever have an inclination as a kid? Were you into like vivisection or taxidermy?
How did you find out you could do this stuff?
I don't know. I guess I was always a bit of a tomboy and really, really adventurous. My parents were in the military. I traveled around a lot, so I think that I was always open to new experiences.
Yeah.
All right.
Geez.
So I used to do, let's see if you did stuff like this when you were younger. So I would take like a needle and thread and go through the thin part of your finger, like on the pads of your fingers, and like stitch your fingers together.
Yep.
So would you do that type of thing?
I would.
That's about as far as I got with it.
You never hang from meat hooks on your
I never really thought about that.
I've wanted to, and I've seen grown men, like 300 pounds plus, get up there and swing, and I'm just afraid I want to get in the air, and as soon as they get me up, I'm be like, put it out, this hurts, put it out.
Well, you're smaller, so a 300-pound guy going down to one hook.
I've seen people, ladies and men, over 300 pounds.
So obviously what happens there is the focus of the way you're suspended is now concentrated on one spot.
Right.
And that's the issue.
And those suspenders, like Verona, they're really good. They're professional riggers in addition to the piercing. So they know like how much this is going to hold in weight. They know exactly how to fix everything up there.
So besides the back, where else can you suspend? I mean, where else will they suspend from?
Any part of your body.
Really?
We've seen that face suspension.
Face
that was
suspensions, knees, elbows, the rib cage.
Anything genital?
Genital-wise?
I've seen butt.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I haven't seen, because we're in public doing it.
Yeah,
We haven't
yeah.
seen the gentleman ones.
Yeah.
After we're
I guess
done,
that's true. Hey,
I'm
kids.
doing a live stream. I can show you some of the videos I have on my phone.
Yeah.
We can't post many of them at Villain Arts, but I got a Facebook page that I post them all at.
So to remind people, this is a more general. This is not. You're not going to see something that's going to redefine your humanity. It's going to be interesting, right?
It's going to be very interesting.
What's the age appropriate for this?
I mean, really, we've seen kids sitting there enjoying it and loving it, and adults pass out.
Okay.
So, I mean, we allow children in the room. 12 and under are free to get in. So
Okay.
we encourage you not to pay a babysitter. It's a family event.
You have a little daycare
This stuff
center.
happens after
My
9
biggest
p.m.
fans are kids, little girls.
I would love to see you open up a kindercare where the kids are suspended by hooks.
They all call her Aunt Reggie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like, I mean, I substitute teach sometimes, and I'm
do you?
also a Mrs. Claus in December. And so, like, I think that there's nothing more powerful for than these little girls to see a strong, powerful lady with power tools and swords on stage. And they're like, I mean, granted, they might be weird little girls like me, but it's a whole collective.
No,
They're-
listen, the coolest people through the years, when we started in the business, a lot of the stuff and the people that we were, associating with were like the Suicide Girls initially and all this sort of alternative stuff and the coolest people.
You remember the Suicide Girls?
Yeah.
You know he's been around.
Yeah.
The Enigma when he was doing shows. He's gonna be with us again this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is he's there this year?
Not
this
here.
year.
He's
Okay.
going to be with us in Denver.
Yeah, we know
this
all
year.
those guys. Yeah.
By the way, a text came in and says, Reggie worked with my mom at Philly U.
Yeah.
Sideshow aside, easily one of the coolest people I've ever met. That's
Oh my
nice.
goodness, that's so nice.
Yeah.
My daughter absolutely adores her. She's just,
All right, so what, Reggie, Bugmuncher, what all do you do? What in a sideshow performance, what are some of the things that you wow the crowd with?
Oh, so I do what's known as a standard 10-in-1 classic American sideshow.
Okay.
So in the history of American sideshow, you would have 10 different performers, and they were each specialized in one thing. And I do a full 10-in-1 by myself.
Like a one-man band.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
exactly. So I do like an angle grinder act where I'm making sparks and then light a cigarette off with the sparks and then put the cigarette out of my tongue. I do the human blockhead, which is hammering things in my face.
Yeah.
I do mental flossing, which is tubes that go in and out of the nose that I can pull back and forth. I like to do this thing called body shots. So if anybody wants a free shot when they're attending the show, I have a funnel at the end of the tube. And the tube goes in my nose and comes out of my mouth. And then we run the liquor through my skull right into their glass. Sometimes if they're frisky, right in their mouth.
And then also sword swallowing is.
And
is
sword
yeah,
swallowing,
yeah.
yes.
All right.
And sword, you stand on swords and stuff like that too, don't you? Walk up and down the store. Yeah.
Ladder of swords. I've done bed of nails. I have beds of barbed wire. I
Okay.
have fish hooks in my eyes.
all right.
Fish hooks in your eyes.
Fish hooks in the
You
eyes.
say.
Yeah.
All right.
Here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going
What
to
do you
hand you
do?
my phone. I open
Okay.
my gallery section up, and you can press on anything, and there's nothing inappropriate in here. But
All
when I
right.
talk about large people,
Oh my God, Doc.
it's how you distribute the weight.
Oh
of the
my
hooks.
God! I don't want to look at it. I don't want to look at it. It's a very, very, very
I
large
do.
woman
I
being
do.
hung from her nipples.
It's actually from right underneath them.
Yeah, she's not a barbarian.
Yeah, come on now.
All right. Here's a beautiful woman just swinging through with two on a rib cage.
Yeah, I don't. Thank you.
It's
She's
not the
beautiful.
person. It's not the person.
It's not my
the
thing.
activity.
It ain't my
Yes.
thing. Reggie, what I wanted to ask you, tell us about any injuries that you've incurred, either in your professional career doing this or in your learning what your limitations are.
It'd be wild if you were rushed to the hospital with a stapler accident by accident at the office. Like nothing that has anything to do with your job. But what significant thing have you encountered, or have you?
I've only, up until last year, I had been very, very lucky. I used to eat a lot of bugs. It was a live geek act.
Hence Bugmuncher.
Yes, but unfortunately, that act ended the very first year. I found out that I have what's categorized as a shellfish allergy. So
People don't realize that. That's a big part of like creating like meal out of bugs is that it's exactly the same sort of stuff, and you'll have
I'm
an
so
issue.
happy you know that, because like a lot of people give me tequila lollipops or all this other stuff, and I'm like, I can't do that, or crab cakes.
So your name is Bugmuncher,
Yeah.
and you can't eat bugs.
The universe is sometimes very cruel. I was locked in. And then in October, I had my first and only sword swallowing injury,
Okay.
which was pretty serious, but not as bad as it could have been. It was a very lucky injury.
Was it throat?
Yeah, I tore the lining of my esophagus.
Dear God. Okay, so we watch. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No,
Steve.
please.
So regularly, have you seen the TV show The Pit? It's a
heard
medical
so
show.
much about
It's a
this.
great
I've
show.
heard.
I've seen a couple.
But what they do a lot of is intubate people. And it's a very risky proposition when you're going into the human throat.
Yeah.
And in fact, if it's not the right conditions, they would rather cut a trachea and do it that way. But here you are shoving swords down your throat.
Well, hopefully not shoving.
without the advantage of being able to sit. Now, it's not going into where you breathe. That's a little bit different, but you could still do, even with something that's dull, you could hurt yourself pretty bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you can puncture the esophagus, go into your chest cavity. You can also, because you have to realize all of that stuff, you're going in front of your heart
Yeah.
and in between your lungs, like right through here, and then loosening up sphincters so the sword will go through it.
Well, let's face it, spoon swallowing isn't as exciting.
No.
So Captain Steele, he's
Yeah.
probably one of the best sword swallowers in the world, and it has happened to him where he was in a hospital and almost died from it.
Well, what happened with him? He clipped something his inside of his throat?
He went into the chest cavity.
Into the show.
Yeah.
So how do you? Okay, I was fascinated by this stuff. How do you know as it's descending? How far is far enough?
It'll
I mean,
stop.
besides the handle.
It'll stop at the bottom of your stomach.
At the bottom of your stomach.
All right.
Okay. Man, all right, and you're going to display this for us today, right? You bought
I would love to.
some apparatus with you.
I brought a bunch of weird
Preston.
toys for all of you.
We had a live weather forecast and sword swallowing
How about
in one
that?
day.
Yeah. Dr. Blasphemy keeps handing me videos to look at.
That's Camille Zamboni. She is a female contortionist archer.
Wow.
And she does feats of strength and flexibility and archery on stage. She's on stage each and every day. You can scroll back and forth on there. There's nothing bad on there.
No, I'm watching her spin around on this little
on the table
Lazy Susan thing that she can fit on because she contorts her body that small.
She can fit herself into a square box. Also have that on there.
Wow.
It's amazing stuff.
All right, so I'm dying to see you at work, Reggie. What are you going to do?
Let's get to swallowing.
Let's get swallowing.
Let's get swallowing.
Oh my goodness! I mean, no warm up, no nothing. Just like
Yeah, well, how do you have to warm up?
Yeah, how do you warm up?
Oh, well, just like this.
You kind of wiggle around.
She's like Michelle Jenneke, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, do a little dance.
So
At
if I
that,
swallow it over here and then bend towards you, do you want to pull it out?
Hell no.
Come on!
All you have to do is just grab the handle.
Steve will do it.
Steve will do
Yeah,
it.
do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Steve
Just
will do
grab
it.
the handle
My
and pull
gum
it
out. I want
straight
you all to
out.
think I'm classy.
All right, so she's taking her gum out.
Putting it on her water.
Preston, if you swallow gum, it could be bad for you.
Yeah, right. All right. If you're just tuning in, this is Reggie Bugmuncher, who's going to be at the Villain Arts 28th Annual Philadelphia Tattoo Arts Festival this weekend. Snow, it doesn't matter. They're doing it. Okay, so we're watching Reggie. She's at the other end of the studio.
She's got about
leaning a sword up, and she is opening her mouth and dropping it down. That's got to be at least 2.5 feet long. Oh my God.
And now watch him pull it out.
All right, now she's leaning forward, and Steve is going to remove it.
I become king if this happens.
That's right. All right, here comes the sword, and we have a new king. Jeez.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and she can do that with the smaller swords like this, the larger swords, multiple swords.
Reggie.
Oh, wait.
What?
Star Wars.
What? Do you have a lightsaber?
She's going to swallow a lightsaber.
All right, I got you.
All right, we need appropriate music.
Are you going to withdraw it, Preston, or?
I don't know.
A long, long time ago.
If she's
in
over
a
this
city
way.
called Philadelphia, Reggie Bugmuncher was born. The
Marissa.
anatomical
All right,
wonder.
I'll do it.
You can do that one.
It's
I'll
not
do
as
this
bad.
one.
Okay.
When it's dark, it's really cool because you can actually see it lighting up through my throat.
That's what we're looking
let's- hold
let's
on.
lower the studio lights.
Yeah, hold on. Do you guys know where the lights are over there? Ryan Shuttleworth, please kill all the lights that are down by the side.
this is sober music.
Marissa.
Yeah, the one on top of me.
Yeah, I'll turn off this light. Hang on, we got to see this.
Reggie's got a red neon tube she's getting ready to swallow.
And down it goes. And sure enough, I can see it glowing through her throat. Oh my
All
God!
the way down, past the Adam's apple.
Dude. That's incredible. She's flipping off Dr. Blasphemy for whatever reason.
It's a joke.
Wow.
There you go.
That's crazy impressive.
So I assume you've got that lit up, obviously. That could actually be more dangerous if that were to crack in your throat, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 I've never seen that lit up like that. You can clearly see the definition of your esophagus through your throat.
So I had years ago, I had a condition called achalasia. And what they basically did is they took my esophagus. It was not assisting in swallowing. It's a common condition. A lot of people aren't really familiar with it. Not very common, but enough that enough people have it. So they basically, sutured it to the side of my throat. So I don't have it blocking. For people who have a feeling that they haven't always swallowed their food, this might be what they have. Yeah. So have you ever perforated your esophagus? Or how do you, people talk about not having a gag reflex. I assume you do not.
I do. When I'm brushing my teeth, I still kind of get in there and.
How are you swallowing a sword and Crest is taking you out?
I think, the first people that were doing this thousands of years ago were like yogi masters. And I think a lot of it is knowing your body and being able to completely center yourself and concentrate on that. But whereas, when I wake up in the morning and I'm running late for work, I'm not centering anything. I'm like,
Casey, get a rim shot ready.
Yeah, okay.
But even a yogi can make a boo-boo. Thank you.
And you know what? It wasn't until just now that I noticed your shirt you're wearing is a centaur having sex with a woman on a horse.
Oh, my
That's
God.
a Troy Temple original design.
Is it?
Yes,
Troy
it
did
is.
that.
Troy drew that.
That's funny.
It's like the centaur's going, yeah, I'll do it, but you got to get on a horse.
I'm kind of at a loss for words here.
Well, hey, she leaves everybody at a loss for words.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let's really freak them out, Reggie. Do something with your eyes.
Oh my goodness.
No.
A real feat of strength?
Oh.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
She's going to take fish hooks, put them in her eyes, and lift a fish bowl.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets weird.
Here's where it gets weird. She's doing this all before 10 a.m.
I know. That's the roughest part.
Yeah, there's an appropriate time for raising aquariums with fish hooks attached to your eyes.
Hey, man, while she's setting up for this, real quickly, we're going to be open Friday from today, from 2 to 11, tomorrow, 11 to 11, and Sunday, regardless of the snow.
So, by the way,
11 to
Saturday
8.
is completely wide open, clear. We've talked to it. The snow is going to kick in the early morning, but say, even regardless, you guys are right at the hotel there. Yeah. Come check you guys out.
Yeah, I got a feeling we're going to get slammed Saturday with people.
And you can always take the train in.
Yeah.
It's right there at the convention
Stops
center.
right there at the convention center. Villainarts.com to get the tickets, by the way. All right, so Reggie's getting she's getting her apparatus out. She has these
This always looks better in pearls, Preston.
There's these pearl strings, and at the ends of them are fish hooks.
And the tremble hooks.
The
There are
triple
3
ones.
hooks.
Oh, my God.
who are not familiar with it.
dude, I'm not going to watch it.
I'm watching.
All right, she's inserting.
I'm watching.
She's got one hook in her eye now. Take a peek at her.
So I assume it's just a regular hook, not like a classic fishing hook has a barb, a separate barb. I assume you don't have that, right?
No, no barbs.
Okay.
All right, this doesn't bother. I'll film this for you, Miranda.
You don't need to film it because then I
All
have
right,
to look
she's
at
putting
it.
the hook in the second eye. As you can see it resting there on her lower eyelid.
Here, Steve, you can.
And now, if you're online, you can see great pictures.
Can you come in a little closer?
Yeah, guys, if you want to get a picture of this and maybe put a little Santa hat on it.
Wow. That's very cool. So what does that do to your contacts? No,
Yeah. All right, now she's going to take these 2 tremble hooks, hook them to the carabiners on this fish bowl. You're like, well, why is the fish bowl heavy? It's filled with water.
Oh, my God.
So all that weight with just the eye hooks.
Okay.
Fish in it?
No, there's no fish. Yeah, that would be cool. Put like a sockeye salmon in that. All right, here we go.
All right.
All right.
3, 2, 1. And look at the stretch.
Dude.
See it? And at home, right now, her eyelids are being stretched down.
She's swinging it back and forth.
Oh, and that's even harder. She's swinging in circles. Reggie is insane.
Reggie, you have to make that face your driver's license photo.
Thank you for describing this, Dr. Blasphemy, because I'm literally not looking.
I noticed you looking completely the other way.
I can't do it. I'm actually.
We're done. We're done.
Let me describe to you what I did see, okay? Because I'm looking at Ryan Shuttleworth, and the moment she hung that, Ryan started rubbing his arm like he was a junkie to compensate.
I thought he was from Kensington.
He had to do something to cope with that.
Do you know,
That's
there
too
are
much
people-
for me.
It's funny, though, Preston. You talk about the very little specific things that people freak out on, right? So that people can be okay with a whole bunch of different things, like they'll watch Terrifier.
Yeah.
But when Art the Clown goes near someone's eye, oh, my God. So have you noticed that in the time you've been performing?
The eye situation really,
Right, yeah,
because there's a bunch of tough guys that are always at my show and they're like, oh, there's a trick to that.
Yeah.
That's not real or this and that. But it doesn't matter whether they think it's real or not. By the time it gets to the eyes, they're really freaked out.
So I assume you take all the proper precautions, but have there been any lingering issues with stuff you've done over the years?
No, not really. After my sword swallowing injury, I was a little bit worried that I might have some scar tissue
Right.
and then have to kind of relearn because that part of the esophagus wouldn't stretch anymore. But I've been really lucky.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I just would like to thank you for opening my eyes. I'm okay with sword swallowing.
Yeah.
So
Excellent.
Just the fishbowl thing.
She opened your eyes with sword swallowing, but you're not okay with open eyes.
Exactly.
There you go. We all have our thing.
An acquired taste.
All right, so like Dr. Blasphemy was saying, this is going on all weekend long, Sunday as well. But also, besides this, the sideshow and the other shows, but tattooing. If you've been considering getting some work done, you want the right artist to do it, this is your perfect opportunity to find them.
We've got all your favorite TV stars, Black Ink Crew, Ink Masters all through the room, Tattoo Rescue.
Do you just walk in and walk up to a tattooer, or should you make an appointment?
No, you can walk in, just walk up to a tattooer, look through their portfolio, but you want to find the artist to do your type of work.
You have a chance to side by side sample what they do.
Right, you're
And
seeing it right there.
1,500. How many do you have? How many crazy?
We have 1,000 artist and vendor booths. That's going to put us right around 1,500 artists, I believe.
Wow.
By the time, before the floor opens to the public, we have 3,000 people on the floor, just artists and vendors.
Yeah, wow.
So it's a huge thing. Come in, accessorize your clothing, your artwork, jewelry, everything you need for one weekend.
Ooh,
in this
tintype
one room.
photos.
Oh, tintype
photos, massage booths, you know.
And you can
hired
purchase
to walk
photo
around.
cakes.
Tattoo removal and
tattoo removal as well?
and as well.
One-stop shop.
There you go.
Okay. And hooks in the eyes.
Yeah.
We can't forget about Captain and Maybell from America's Got Talent.
Okay.
America's favorite sideshow couple.
America's favorite.
They're our favorite too.
Yeah,
and
they're the
really,
best people on the planet.
and one of the funniest people on the planet, James Maltman out of Ringling Brothers, is also performing with Camille Zamboni and Verona Fink and the Suspension. We've got a great weekend packed for you.
I have to ask one question. Have you ever actually gone fishing?
No.
You get like a large bass on that, it could rip your eye out.
I had one
Yeah.
friend that took me fishing just one time to kind of teach me because he was like, "You've never been fishing? Everybody needs to know how to fish." And so I was like, all right. I just went one time.
Very cool. Very cool.
And by the way, Reggie Bugmuncher is local, so she's around. Yeah, definitely. I love it. All right, well, listen, guys, good luck with the event this weekend. Tell Troy we said hi, and all the best to you.
Again, a pleasure being here. Thank you for supporting us. And
thank you, guys.
93.3 WMR rocks.
Love it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Dr. Blasphemy and Reggie Bugmuncher in our studio. Wow. And if you would like to see what that's all about, you can check out our YouTube feed later on. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back in a second. B-File Stories on the way.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. It's one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had dining in my entire life.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. We never heard of that.
We went to Gibson's while we were in Chicago and had a special meal there. That was pretty cool.
And Gibson's is really cool too.
Yeah.
And if you went to the bars, Aviary is the bar that's owned by Alinea in Chicago. There's also one in New York City too, which is also incredible.
Cool.
Like cocktails and globed and ice balls, that kind of stuff.
Wow. Okay. All right. Thanks for the heads up, Mike. We appreciate it.
Wow.
Have a good one,
Cheers,
man.
guys.
All right, we'll see you.
That's a whole higher end, but at least now there's a man who knows what he's talking about in the restaurant industry, and he says it's ridiculous to pay $90 for chicken fingers.
I was speaking about great restaurants. I got a text from our buddy Mark Summers the other day. He's on vacation and he's taking this. Somebody had offered him this trip, and it's great. He's on this, this private yacht and everything. It's amazing.
Yeah, I remember he was talking about it.
And he's in. He sent me a picture. It said at Positano. I'm not sure where that is.
Italy.
Yeah. In Italy. Okay.
Yeah.
So then he sent me a picture and said best restaurant I have ever been to. And if anybody knows restaurants, it's
him.
Mark Summers, and the restaurant is called Le Scoglio de Tommaso.
That's Italian for Burger King.
Oh, is that what it is? But he says the best restaurant he's ever been to.
Wow.
He was just there. I saw some of his social media posts. I was in Positano years ago, and it was probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to.
Nice.
You went on your honeymoon, right? Or is that a different time?
Yeah, it's the first husband.
It's a really good question. Wait, hold on. Let me think about this for a second.
All right. The other super duper expensive meals that you can find in the world, there's one at Sublimotion in Ibiza. It's called Sublimotion. And you will pay for a dinner about $1,757, it says here.
We're talking a dinner per person, right?
It is a 3-hour dining experience.
That comes with an accountant?
$1,700 per person. That's more than the average family will spend in an entire month on food.
I don't want to be there for 3 hours, though. That's the thing. Like, 2 hours max.
Yeah, but if you're spending $1,700, I want to be there for the weekend.
Where are the good $1,700 fast food places?
So they said they create a spectacle for the eyes, ears, and taste buds. Music and art go along with the 15 to 20 course tasting menu. Want to talk to somebody who's had a really, really expensive meal?
Yeah.
We got Kelly on the line. Hi, Kelly. Good morning.
Good morning, bitches. What's up?
Hey, bitch. All right. So you went to a super duper expensive restaurant. What was it?
So it's called Disfrutar. It's in Barcelona, Spain. And my husband and I went on our honeymoon. And at the time, it was not ranked as high, but currently it's the number 3 restaurant in the world.
Okay.
Wow.
And what did you have?
So we actually went for lunch, and we had what they called the Grand Prix menu, and that was 36 courses.
Okay.
It was insane. Like there was,
how are you still hungry?
4 of the courses alone were dessert.
Okay.
So it was
Casey's
just
on
insane.
board.
And, like, And like the past caller just said, it's just so gastro. The things that they give you are so completely out of the box. I sat down and I cried because it's a Michelin-starred restaurant, and it has always been my dream to go to one at least. And it was like at the end, dessert was okay. So it was like vanilla bean cotton candy, but they brought it out on what looked like an old cotton, like you would pick cotton off of a field.
Okay.
It was insane. Yeah. So, but let me tell you this though. So one course they bring out this insane, like old, aged scotch, right? And they present this bottle to you, and they ask you to put out your hands, and they pour some into your hands. Well, me being the ignorant American, I slurped it up and like drank it, and you were supposed to wash your hands with it so that way the
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Really
That's
funny.
great. By the way, those mints in the latrine were delicious. You know, Kelly, I would have thought the exact same
Totally.
thing.
You're thinking, it's a different culture.
Yeah,
This is the way they do this. They're
That's
going to
so
drink it this
funny.
way. I mean, it's an aged scotch for crying out loud.
It was too good to not try. Like, why am I washing my hands with it?
Oh my God! So what was the final cost per person?
So it was like a little. It was more than our mortgage payment. It was about 17 and change.
Wow.
Yeah,
But you were there for your honeymoon, right? So you it was part of a dream come true, correct?
Oh yeah, it went on the credit card and like maxed it out immediately.
$1,700.
Was it worth it?
It was very lost on my husband, but he was a trooper, and he tried a lot of things. But for me, as a chef, and as a pastry chef, like I've gone to culinary school, for me, it was a world-class experience. He was a trooper.
Can I ask you, Kelly, 36 courses you said, are you not completely to the point of vomiting at that point? Or, I mean, what kind of volume of food are we talking about?
So they're small portions. Like, think like when you see stuff on Top Chef, like they're not large portions. It's small. It's like it's like 2 to 3 bites. They taste it really well. You're there for 2.5 hours. And then like they retire you like when you eat there, they retire you to this, like indoor outside, like sitting area where you like smoke cigarettes and drink cognac. So like you digest everything. It's not like we're eating this at a rapid pace.
I gotcha.
You're not like my husband could have ate after. Actually, I feel like.
No, well, and from where you're coming from, I can see why this should be important to you if you yourself are in that culinary world. But we're looking. I guess this is the Instagram page up here in the studio, and the stuff looks unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the chef was super nice. He came out to our table. He walked me through the kitchen. Like, I don't know how he like said that. I felt like an honor to meet him, but then he's like, "Oh, this is a chef from the United States," and I'm like, "Absolutely not. I am not you. Like, But it was incredible. I highly recommend.
That is cool.
Yeah, Kat, where are you a pastry chef?
So I'm your Mary Mead girl. I make all the baked goods at Mary Mead Farm.
Mary Mead Farm's great.
Yeah.
Oh, Preston stole your ice cream.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember that?
Yeah, you got to come.
Thumbs up on the peanut butter chocolate, by the way. Excellent. I need more of that. All right. Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good one.
See you later. By the way, I got a text that says, on the heels of that really expensive dinner, said, I, last night, had the meatloaf with 3 sides at Cracker Barrel.
Oh, man, that's great. And they throw in a free Meltilla CD.
And then somebody said, this is good. It says, I once took a girl to Olive Garden and then got her pregnant. Yep, that was an expensive dinner. All right, let me rip through a few more of these. So the most expensive meals in the world. In New York at Norma's, they have what's called the $1 zillion lobster frittata.
Frittata?
$2,000.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
that's an expensive meal.
The omelet includes 10 ounces of Sevurga caviar, which is a big factor in price for those who can't afford to pay the cost. There's a smaller frittata with only 1 ounce of caviar available for just $200.
Have you ever?
I think it's disgusting.
Caviar? I don't even know if I've had it.
I hate it. And anytime I've tried it, I mean it. And I've had different types of roe before, even in sushi. Sometimes you get salmon eggs and things like that, and it's a form of caviar.
Right.
I just don't like it. It's way too powerful of a flavor.
It's
for me.
salty, right?
It's super duper salty. Yeah. Industry Kitchen in New York has what they call the 24K pizza. It's not $24,000.
Oh my God!
It's $2,700.
$2,700. Now I love pizza. We got one of those backyard pizza ovens. You hook up to a propane tank, and we've been making our own pizzas. It's really cool. But $2,700. What could possibly warrant that?
Well, it requires a 2-day advance order. And you are not paying for an average cheese and pepperoni pie. This pizza has Stilton cheese, foie gras, platinum Osetra caviar, once again with the caviar, truffles, and 24-karat gold leaves to top it off. That's stupid.
Forgive me, but what foie gras again is the
it's goose liver.
Goose liver, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And I do like foie gras, which, I know it's not ethically a very good thing to have because they fatten up the birds, really. And
and they staple them to death.
On the
don't
rarest
they?
of occasions, I will have it. But no, it's bad for the animal. It's considered cruel.
There's a picture of this very same pizza that you're talking about up in this. That does not look enticing to me at all.
Looks horrible.
No. Yeah.
Looks disgusting. All right.
It looks like paste with the stains on it.
At Fleur in Las Vegas, you can have the Fleur Burger 5,000, and that does cost you $5,000.
$5,000.
And it's just outside the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino. Only the most expensive meat is used to flavor this $5,000 burger. The Wagyu beef costs about $100 per pound. Also adding to the high costs are truffles worth $1,500 per pound. The meal also comes with a bottle of 1995 Chateau Petrus.
Well, there you go.
Valued at $2,500.
So what is considered a better beef, Wagyu or Kobe?
Wagyu, I've heard, is by far the top of the line, but I'm not
the
sure.
ultimate.
See, this is cheating. You call this a burger and you charge $5,000, but you're throwing in a $2,500 bottle
Absolutely.
of champagne.
Yeah,
I agree 1,000%. It's like
bogus.
If you were to serve $90 chicken fingers with a Maserati, and then you claim that was the price of the meal, that's not. No, that doesn't work.
But still, if you think about a $2,500 bottle of spirit, there, it's still a $2,500 burger on top of that, which is pretty steep.
Right.
So, Steve, here, Nick found this bit of information about Wagyu beef. It says, Wagyu
Steve? Well, as we go into the multiple days of 20s, and I learned this just recently, if you have any sort of potential freezing situation with your pipes, leave your faucet just a stream running just a little bit, and that'll help curtail that. So you just need the water flowing through it to stop that.
So if you're prone to it,
it might be a good idea because as it moves along, you want to avoid that.
Yeah, we had a pipe crack one time on us, and fortunately not major water damage, but it was a pain in the ass.
It is a pain in the ass,
and it can cause real damage.
I had Horizon come out and fix it, and they fixed it very quickly. It's the back part of the house, and we just actually moved a radiator from one part of the room to another, and that caused a potential issue. It's going to be fine. We'll fix it. But just going into it, just leave it running just a little bit.
Just a trickle gets it done, do you think?
Yeah, a little light stream, a trickle should get it done.
Okay. Because I'm thinking, all right, well, maybe I could just fill my dog's water bowl. You know what I mean?
And you drink out of it?
No. That way I'm not wasting water. And,
I see. Yeah. Well, it's, I get it. But I mean, you could do either way.
You could wash all those delicates you've been wanting to save. Find all the uses.
There's a practical way to go about this.
It's my wedding dress.
All right, it's B-File time.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you by Horizon Services. They offer same-day emergency service, no emergency fees, and you can book now at horizonservices.com, and help is on the way. All right, this is something I thought about putting in the Just Saying Institute, but I think it fits well in the Bizarre File. The U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention issued a health alert to clinicians on Tuesday, warning that the savage flesh-eating parasitic fly, the New World screwworm, is not only approaching the Texas border, but also felling on an increasing number of animals in the bordering Mexican state of Tamaulipas.
It's a new world world.
The advisory directs doctors, veterinarians, and other health workers to be on the lookout for the patients with wounds teeming with ferocious maggots burrowing into their living flesh.
So do you think you could look at footage of that quicker than you could look at someone suspended by their nipples?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I can do that. The alert also provides guidance on what to do if any such festering wounds are encountered, namely removing each and every maggot to prevent the patient from dying and under no circumstances allow any of the parasites to survive and escape. The New World screwworm is a fly that lays its eggs, up to 400 at a time, in the wounds, orifices, and mucous membranes of any warm-blooded animal.
It's gonna make you puke.
The eggs hatch into flesh-eating maggots, which look and act much like screws, twisting and boring into the victims while eating them alive.
Little maggot, you make me want to vomit.
While the flies are indiscriminate killers, they're particularly devastating to livestock and are estimated to cause hundreds of millions of dollars in damage each year.
Isn't it wild to think that the greatest amount of death by another creature on Earth comes from mosquitoes?
Tiny little
maggots,
bitty things. Yeah, so
it's the smallest things that can kill you.
beware. The New World screwworm is on its way. Cities in China are putting humanoid robots to work as traffic police. In Wuhu, a city in Anhui province, a robot officer known as... I'm sorry, sir, what town are you from? So the Intelligent Police Unit R001 stands at busy intersections wearing a police uniform, reflective vest, and a white cap. The robot is hooked up to the city's traffic signal system and can make hand gestures to direct traffic. It also makes that noise.
Yeah.
It uses cameras and AI to spot violations by cyclists and pedestrians.
Is that the siren?
And pedestrians. and then it calls out warnings with its voice system. And that's not all. The robot can also move around on its own.
I didn't know it could talk.
Can move around on its own, find illegal parking, and watch roads in real time.
Hey, dumbass!
Human officers say that it helps ease the workload, especially during rush hours or bad weather. Other Chinese cities like Chengdu and Hangzhou have also started using robot police. And experts say that China's market for this kind of technology could reach 400 billion by, not dollars, 400 billion yuan or yuan by 2030. A teen in Florida has learned that if you live stream yourself trying to stay in a closed Walmart for 24 hours, there's a good chance they're going to catch you.
Yeah.
Isaac Hurley, who was 18, took to TikTok after he allegedly entered Walmart about 45 minutes before its 11 p.m. closing time. Police say his video showed Hurley stating that he intended to complete a 24-hour challenge inside Walmart and requesting likes and shares. A 911 caller outed Hurley after seeing the live stream. The police report said cops entered the store and they found the suspect hiding between dog beds and actively recording on his phone. The report noted that after Hurley was cuffed and read his rights, he told officers that he thought that he could earn money from the stunt.
Of course.
He has pleaded not guilty to the charges, including felony burglary.
There's a whole bunch of this stuff. I wonder what percentage of live streaming is actually the commission of illegal activities to get views.
Yeah. All right, here's the story of a woman who posted something on TikTok, actually. Lauren Thomas shared how her car was rear-ended a grand total of 19 times while she was in an automated car wash. So her car stopped moving.
Oh, man.
But the car behind her did not.
No.
And it rammed into her 19 times.
I've always wondered if that would be the case.
Yeah, the post exploded with over 2.7 million views, and commenters revealed how shockingly common something like this happens.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fortunately, there's recourse for anyone whose car is damaged at a car wash, assuming that it can be proved that they followed all the car wash's protocols and instructions.
She had to call the robot cop.
Car damage is the responsibility of the business if there's a faulty or failing equipment. If safety protocols aren't followed or employees aren't properly trained or signage and instructions aren't abundantly clear. We're looking at video of this, but the car keeps just ramming into the back of hers. So you got to be careful when you go in there. University of Alaska Fairbanks student was arrested after ripping AI-generated artwork off a gallery wall and eating it in protest. Graham Granger was found chewing and spitting out Polaroid-style image from an exhibit by fellow student Nick Dwyer titled Shadow Searching ChatGPT Psychosis.
Hey, buddy, could have just thrown it away.
Police say at least 57 of the 160 images were ruined. Granger told officers that he destroyed the work because it was made using AI, and he was charged with criminal mischief and booked into jail. Ironically, Dwyer's exhibit was meant to warn about the dangers of AI and not celebrate AI.
My tummy hurts.
All right, and then one last story, and then we will wrap this up. Let's see. Let's end with this one. An Alabama police officer pulled over a driver for traffic violation and ended up seizing more than 80 gallons of illegally distilled moonshine.
80 gallons?
Yeah.
What kind of car was it?
You know what? I don't know.
Officer, you have like a truck.
Dylan Griffin stopped 61-year-old Learndis Hamilton in Alabama on January 9th after noticing multiple containers in plain view of the vehicle, inside the vehicle.
Well, you are with your...
A deeper search uncovered the 81 gallons of moonshine, and he was traveling from Florida through his final destination wasn't clear. Authorities believe that he planned to sell the alcohol mainly due to the amount that he was transporting. He was arrested and booked into the county jail. The case has been turned over to the Alabama Beverage Control Board.
This picture's pretty amazing, Preston. Of them all laid out. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and there you go. Yeah, it was a truck, Steve. And that is what I have in the bizarre file for you this morning. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we'll see if you've been paying attention. We have a lesson question set to go. We'll get the trash and music news on top of that. And don't forget Word of the Week prize. Giving that away this morning before the end of the show. Stay there. Is better tasting. That's the fat that goes through the meat. Wagyu fat melts at a lower temperature than any other cattle's, resulting in a rich, buttery flavor unseen in other strains of beef. This fat is also unsaturated and high in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, meaning not only is Wagyu marbling more delicious, it's also more healthy.
Steve, the source on this, and I'm not kidding, is Steak University.
Really?
Out of Chicago, yes.
Steak U.
My Chicago Steak, and they have their own little Steak University, and you can learn all about it.
SU.
All right. 2 more items on the most expensive meals in the world. This one is at Renato Voila. In Salerno, Italy. And the Louis XIII pizza.
Okay.
And I'll bet you it comes with the booze, right?
Come on.
Is that what it does? That's bullcrap.
Louis XIII. When you go into a bar, at the very, very top of the where they have the booze displayed, sometimes there's one bottle with a little light on it.
Yes,
that's Louis XIII.
So to me, you would have a pizza that would have this particular spirit mixed in with the dough or something like that, right? That would make it more. Otherwise, to me, it's not the exact cost of the meal.
So the pizza has toppings such as mozzarella di bufala, lobster, and caviar, all flown in from different parts of the world. And to top it off,
what am I talking about? I am talking about the need to eat pizza.
Here you go. It says the feast is served with Remy Martin Cognac, Louis XIII, and Champagne Krug Clos de Mesnil. Not de Menzies. Are you on de Menzies?
This is a red wine.
1995. Okay. And then the last one, which is the most expensive meal in the world, the Fortress Resort and Spa in Sri Lanka.
Oh.
And they have the Fortress Stilt Fisherman Indulgence.
Okay. A somewhat separate note. I saw Steve. I think this was his History Channel. It was fascinating. It was richest people in history.
Right.
And this, I never had seen anything about this fortress before. But this, I don't know if it's like a sultan or whoever built this place. And if in today's standards, it would be the most expensive piece of real estate in the world. It's a fascinating look into and Preston, I guess this restaurant is right next to it or a part of it or whatever.
Okay. It's across from the Hooters.
It's a tourist attraction at this point, and so anybody can go and visit. But it's a really impressive place, and I had never heard of it until I saw this show on the History Channel.
Well, the Fortress Stilt Fisherman's Indulgence cost $14,500.
Right. Is this, Connor? Is this what we're looking at on the screen here?
This is stupid looking.
It's ridiculous. It looks like a game of mousetrap.
Steve, you are dude. Yes.
Right?
Yes. The guy on the little springboard that dives in it. That's what it looks like.
Oh, you know what? I'll have chicken fingers and play mousetrap for much less.
So it's made on a special request, minimum of 24 hours notice.
Just the $90 fingers, Kathy, looking a lot better with this.
Yeah, seriously.
It's a dessert, by the way. It's a dessert that features Italian cassata flavored with Irish cream. I don't know what that is.
I might be in.
And is served with a pomegranate and mango compote. The base is a champagne sabayon adorned with it. Listen to this, Kathy, an 80-carat aquamarine stone.
Well, there you go.
So you're at a jewelry store.
Yeah.
And dessert.
Which is placed beneath a handcrafted chocolate stilt fisherman.
Well, you can get, there is the unlimited breadsticks at Olive Garden.
Right.
But there's one that costs $10,000 because it comes with rubies.
Yeah. All right. Anyhow, those are the most expensive meals in the world. So, yeah.
That's a type of living that is completely alien to
We
us.
just cushioned the $90 chicken fingers part of it.
So if you go to Montauk,
Right.
$90 for chicken fingers,
This is
no
a
biggie.
steal.
Yeah.
All right. By the way, real quick, I want to mention we have a new Daily Rush video that's up and running. It's called Beer, Social Diseases, and the Great Depression. Steve takes on a tour of Philadelphia's long history of women brewers and also their social diseases throughout the years. And you can be the first to see the newest Daily Rush by subscribing to our YouTube channel, which is sponsored by Xfinity's Gig Speed Internet. Learn more at xfinity.com. We're going to take a break, and when we get back, the lovely Danica McKellar will join us. Stay with us.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
93.3 WMMR presents Allison G.
Do I need to read this?
Well, I can.
Is this happening
I can tell
now?
You. Yeah, I mean,
It
yeah.
says, I have a surprise coming.
Oh.
And it's from Casey. And I don't know what it's about. We were going to talk about
I like
something.
surprises.
But I do like surprises, so I'm intrigued.
What's the ETA?
Oh, I better know what it is.
Yeah?
Chicken fingers.
No.
No.
That's what I thought too.
Close.
Oh, man.
Dairy Queen?
Close.
Oh, the
wait, the croissants. No, the croissants.
Croissants.
Oh.
Yes. Fresh out of the oven. They're on
From
their way out.
Pagano's
Yeah.
downstairs, the restaurant Casey said earlier this morning, best he's ever had ever.
I love croissants.
And so
Warm
they're
and
going to.
buttery.
So will we be eating them
That's
on
a great
the air?
porn movie.
Or
Warm and buttery. I want you to take a bite on the air.
All right.
And so, yeah, I went down a little bit earlier. Lee took care of us. Charged us full price, you know.
Are they in transit now?
They're in transit. Yeah, I think
You
we
know
just
what?
sent Mara down there for them.
Matt, the head guy down there, did a while back, and I forgot what we had done, but he offered to buy us to send breakfast up to us, and it happened like in a week when we had too much going on, and I couldn't coordinate it. So we do appreciate that offer. It might have been when we got into the Radio Hall of Fame. I'm not really 100% sure, but nonetheless, they're great people down at Pagano's, which is awesome to have them here. Okay,
so when it's coming up, I don't want you guys to, if you.
Do you want to get one of those rideshare bikes down there to bring it up quicker?
Yeah, they now have these rideshare bicycles in our parking lot.
We're getting bees, aren't we?
Are we getting bees?
Yeah, I think there's going to be beehives. That we got an email from Tony Perrone over our vacation saying that they're going to set up bees. And Steve, I think it's the same guy that you've had
Alan,
at your
the bee
house.
man?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm not
but
100% sure.
I read that as that's he's just coming for the day. I don't
Yeah, it
think
was
they're
like
gonna live here.
almost like a field
Oh,
trip type of deal. Like,
Yeah.
hey, if you want to go check out.
I thought they were setting up hives. Maybe I misunderstood.
That'd be cool if they did. So that'd be cool. But where are the bikes? Oh, do we determine whether they are electric or regular?
They're not. They're regular. I drove by and saw them the other day. They definitely don't have batteries on them.
All right.
And I've never ridden on one of those. I don't know how they ride. You guys, I assume nobody here has ridden
looked all
one
right.
of those.
Like cruiser type, right?
Marissa's ridden. Well, she's a city dweller.
Hold on.
So she,
You've read one of the ones in our parking lot?
Well, not those. I assume they're like the Indigo ones. that
they are, exactly.
Like
Yeah.
in all over the city, in the city bikes and other cities.
Just kind of durable bikes?
Yeah, they're great. Like if we wanted to ride over to Taco Bell, Casey, instead of taking a car over there, perfect.
Oh.
They're a little heavier. They're meant so you're not going to try to steal it. It's not that great of a bike.
How do you? What do you put a card in or something, or you just take it?
I think, Steve, here at the building, you actually sign up and get it that way. But usually, like in the city, you have an account.
App? Yeah. All right.
Is it free for us who work in the building?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We should do like a bicycle stunt team using those.
A stunt team.
Yeah.
I could see doing that.
Somebody sent in a
here
text
you
saying
go.
that they have the beehive set up at 3 Bella right now.
Huh. Okay. Well,
I love all the stuff that.
They're touring bees.
take
touring
these.
beehives.
The croissants have arrived.
All right.
Croissant.
You should taste it. Then Casey swears the best croissant he's ever had.
And nothing on them, right, Case?
Nothing on it.
All right, so they're light and flaky and still warm. Ooh. That's wonderful. I'm going to have one right now. I'm going to tear it apart here.
Really? I can have one too?
Oh, yeah. I got one for everybody.
Ooh.
Oh, my God. Look at this. Look at this thing coming apart. Oh, my gonna shoot.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Thank you.
I'm gonna shoot.
Yeah, that's damn good. Damn, Kathy, you took a big bite. You like throated that thing.
Really?
Oh, I just saw from a profile. Maybe it was kind of hollow. But.
Light and flaky. That's exactly what you want.
Damn good.
Yeah. Now, if we just can get the bees and the bicycles, we'll have everything.
Croissants are messy.
They are.
I mean, as far as because
they're crummy.
They're so flaky.
So moist. The whole notion of putting butter on a croissant is kind of laughable.
I know, you're right.
Yeah. These are good.
See, we knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, shoot.
Pauses, moments of silence.
Yeah,
Did
thanks.
you almost drop an S-bomb there?
I said shoot.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Casey.
You're welcome.
Thanks, man.
Very nice. Thank you, Paganos. That was really nice. All right. Anyway, I have something else to talk about, but not with a mouthful.
I like a little bit of salt.
What?
I like taste a little bit of salt on the croissant.
I thought you meant like adding salt to it.
No. Just in the taste of the croissant itself.
All right, we're done eating.
Okay.
For those of you who hate eating sounds on the radio, we're done with that. I did want to share something out of my personal life. Actually, it's out of my son's personal life. He got his first speeding ticket yesterday. Yep, and listen, he just turned 22 years old, so that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'm trying to remember. I got pulled over so many times and got so many tickets. I can't remember when they began. I'm sure it was 16 or 17.
You can't remember your first infraction?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Preston, I had gotten so many speeding tickets by the time I was 22 that, and I think you had to do the same thing, Nick. I had to go into the DMV and take a test again.
Yeah, because
Oh my
you got,
God, really?
You got
Is that
points.
Yeah, I had points on my license, and so I had to take a test to reduce the points on my license.
If I'm correct me if I'm wrong, Casey, but I think if you get 6 points, you lose your license.
Yeah,
right.
And if you approach 6 points, you can take these tests, and that will reduce the number of points that you have until they're down to 0.
So the officer that pulled him over had kind of noticed that. He had seen that his record was 100% completely clean. He's
good.
22 years old, and told him in so many words, he's like, "This is rare." He's like, it's kind of wild to see this. So he didn't give him any points on his license. He is going to have to. He's going to get a ticket and a fine, and it's going to cost $100+ or whatever it is. But he noted his record and saw that it was clean and gave him a little bit of a break on that because of that, and that's an officer's discretion to do that.
Where did he get dinged? Was it on a main thoroughfare or side streets?
It was on a main. I'm not going to say where, just in case. When you start talking about police, listen.
Yeah.
One time I talked about, and this was early on in my radio career, I got pulled over for expired plates, and the officer let me go, and I went on the radio and thanked the officer for doing that, and they got loads of complaints. And the next day, that officer was sitting in the same spot and busted me and gave me a ticket. He's like, heard about what you said on the radio. I'm like, oh man,
damn.
I thought I was doing a nice thing, but we live and we learn.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I'm not going to say where it was, but yeah. So this weekend, I want to mention that not only is Casey doing a shift on Sunday night at 5 p.m., first time ever here at WMMR, that he's done a jock shift. I'm looking forward to hearing that. But Ryan Shuttleworth's going to be on Saturday at 3 p.m. One of your weekend warriors here.
That's a
member of the Preston and Steve Show. So make sure that you are tuned in all weekend long. We will be here, and if you're... And also Monday morning, listen, no matter what happens weather-wise, Sunday night, Monday morning, we'll be here doing our show. So if you have the day off, if you're snowed in, tune in, snuggle up, listen to us. We'll keep you company like a warm blanket.
Nice big mug of hot cocoa.
Ooh, that sounds good.
So that's coming up. Just a heads up. So it's lesson question time. And we are going to give away today a pair of tickets, actually a 4-pack of tickets for the Philadelphia Golf Show, which is next weekend, the 30th through the 1st. So the question, we'll go with one that wasn't too long ago this morning. Sometimes we go way early. I'm going to give you a little gift here. Ironically, what can't Reggie Bugmuncher eat? We found that out. 610-660-9333 is the number. Ironically, what can't Reggie Bugmuncher eat? She was here this morning and told us that. 610-660-9333, our number. And while you call, we'll dive into the trash.
The trash business is a gold mine. 93.3 WMMR with Preston and Steve's Hollywood Trash.
All right, we'll get some stories right now. Mr. Steve Morrison, what's going on?
Well, Preston, botched star cosmetic surgeon Dr. Terry Burrow being sued by a former patient over a recent procedure. Burrow believes said patient is overreacting, saying most people will just think it's a traveling butthole.
Jesus.
Actress Jamila Jamil, seemingly departing from her support all women feminism and attacking Blake Lively, calling her a complete C word. Jamil is explaining, saying she spells professional with a silent C.
Wow.
And finally, Kelsey Clark, the winner of Top Chef, was arrested in Alabama for driving under the influence. Clark plans on fighting the charge, saying people are always quick to blame the person parked in the swimming pool. And that's your Hollywood Trash.
So we'll see if you know the answer to this question. Ironically, what can't Reggie Bugmuncher eat? And we have Leah wants to take a shot at this. Hi, Leah. Good morning.
Hey, bitches.
Hey, what? All right, Leah, ironically, what can't Reggie Bugmuncher eat?
Bugs.
Yeah, bugs. She's got a shellfish allergy, and that includes bugs. So hang on, Leah. We are going to give you a 4-pack of one-day tickets to the Philadelphia Golf Show next weekend. Friday, January 30th, Sunday, February 1st at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center in Oaks. And you can purchase tickets today at PhiladelphiaGolfShow.com. Let's fire up music news.
Now, Preston and Steve's Music News on 93.3 WMMR.
So I saw this little story yesterday. The Eagles, the band, their 1976 album, The Greatest Hits, 1971 and 1975, the best-selling album of all time in the U.S., has officially sold now over 40 million units.
Wow. It's amazing.
That's according to the new certification from the Recording Industry Association of America. It was also announced on Thursday that the band's 1976 record Hotel California has been certified 28 times platinum, maintaining its position as the third best-selling album in the U.S. The second best-selling album is Michael Jackson's Thriller, and that was certified 34 times diamond in 2021.
I've had that Eagles album, that best of, a couple of times, a couple of albums, a couple of CDs of it.
I had it on cassette.
Yeah, cassette as well.
I remember that for sure. It's just all these amazing songs.
Yeah.
You know? So the RIAA tracks U.S. sales and streaming equivalents. Certifications must be applied for and go through a third-party audit. This is interesting. RIAA's diamond status was once equivalent to selling 10 million albums or songs. But in 2013, the company began incorporating streaming from YouTube, Spotify, and other digital music services to determine certification. And now, I did not know this, but 1,500 streams of an album is equivalent to an album sale.
Interesting. I would be curious to see how that math works out.
Yeah. I mean, because there's a difference between owning, spending the money to buy it and taking it home, and then, streaming it, which...
I wonder if it correlates to the early days of purchasing a song online and what the cost would be like on Apple iTunes.
Yeah.
So that if there's some sort of... So you figure an average album, how many songs? 10?
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
Right, so, yeah. But at least they have something that's a little bit more fixed.
Yeah. Their greatest hits, 71 and 75, was originally released almost exactly 50 years ago. It was February 17th, 1976. Celebrate the anniversary and the new certification. The band has released a crystal clear 180-gram vinyl edition of the album.
Globally, what is the greatest? So are we the greatest selling album of all time?
Yeah, I don't know. Worldwide, I was wondering that too.
I wonder if it's Dark Side of the Moon, right?
Yeah. Well, that had the longest chart.
The longest chart.
And which is not necessarily sales. That can be airplay as well. So, yeah, it's a good question. What the all-time greatest selling album?
Michael Jackson's Thriller.
There you go. Well, I just said that's second place to sales. So, I don't know.
Probably Josh Groban.
Shut the f*** up!
I don't know about worldwide sales. Maybe it is worldwide, Marissa. Maybe that's worldwide.
Can I interject here? It's worldwide.
Because this was U.S. For the Eagles and Thriller being second.
And we are the world.
With world sales. You might be right about that, Marissa. So. All right, anyhow, it's a good time to be the Eagles. On Friday, the band will, today, they'll launch 12 final shows at Vegas' Sphere, setting a record for longest running residency at the state-of-the-art venue. According to a press release, since launching the residency in September 2024, Eagles live in concert at Sphere has entertained over 700,000 fans across 44 performances. So did you follow up on that, Marissa? Is it? Yeah, it looks like Thriller worldwide.
By a lot.
Yeah, worldwide, yeah.
Suck it.
All right. And there you go. So Slipknot has voluntarily dismissed its cyber squatting lawsuit against the owner of the Slipknot.com domain. The band filed suit last fall claiming the domain, registered in 2001, was being used to profit from its name through pay-per-click ads for concert tickets and merchandise. Slipknot has used Slipknot1.com as its official site instead. Lawyers for the domain owner argued that Slipknot failed to serve the registrant in time, and the band dropped the case the next day. The dismissal is without prejudice, meaning Slipknot could refile in the future. The domain's owner is listed through a Cayman Islands address, by the way.
Do you remember for a while that was all the rage? You know, that somebody just register also on the possibility that there'd be a business that would want that name.
Yeah. And a few people cashed in on that.
They did,
Big time. And then the last thing I want to mention that we'll have some tickets to give away on Monday, but Chris Stapleton, the show is going to be August 29th, Freedom Mortgage Pavilion, and tickets just went on sale. So if you're interested, you can get them through Ticketmaster, and I believe next week we're going to give away a couple of pairs. We're thinking about doing a snowman building contest.
I mean, why not? It's going to be around.
We're going to have fresh snow.
Yeah.
We'll be on Monday. We'll be in on Monday.
Yeah, and you're going to be home.
Most likely, possibly. So maybe we'll do that. And obviously looking for, maybe WMMR themed things.
Preston and
Pierre
Steve.
Snowman would be awesome.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And that'd be
disgusting.
That'd be pretty good to do.
I assume, have they, by the way, to that point, have they called schools yet or no?
Not.
They're usually very preemptive.
I had an appointment at Joseph Anthony on Monday, and I already got a call that it's canceled.
Okay.
So I think a lot of businesses are getting ahead of it and saying that they're closing.
But start thinking of your designs now.
Yeah, so we might do that. Might give away some Chris Stapleton tickets on Monday. We'll announce then if that is the case. All right, so we will take another break. When we get back, we're going to be wrapping up this program and giving away our Word of the Week prize, so stay close. That he had a clean record and gave him a little bit of a break, which was cool. And Parker handled it well, which is great.
Yeah, to be at that age, you'd have to. So I think I was probably around his age when I got my first speeding ticket. But I really no. You know what? The first ticket I got was for running a light that had just turned red at an intersection.
That's okay.
I was traveling behind a truck. Like an 18-wheeler.
Couldn't see it.
Couldn't see the light.
I hate that.
And I got nailed. And I'm like, come on.
Don't
really?
you kind of feel like almost like drifting or drafting? You're allowed to just go through behind that truck.
Yeah. He was right. I mean, I went through a red light.
My first infraction was a fender bender, and it was like 16 seconds after I got my license.
Oh,
No, it wasn't the same day, but it was shortly after. And I went to pull out of a parking lot, and I remember it. I went to pull out of a parking lot and didn't see the car, saw the car at the last minute and hit the gas instead of the brake. And plowed right into him. Now, it wasn't like terrible damage because neither of us were really moving, but that was, and it was my dad's car. And I had to go home and be like, well, got into my first accident.
A lot of people texting in who've 35 years old, 52 years old, 40 years old, never gotten a ticket. I wonder if they maybe never pulled over before as well.
That's a terrible feeling, looking in the rearview mirror and seeing the lights.
Awful.
And usually, Steve, to your point, like you've done something wrong. But the last
and there you are, you're sitting behind the wheel, you're eating that pot as fast as you can.
Right, yeah. I mean, you got to ingest, get rid of the evidence. The last speeding ticket I got was one of those cameras. It wasn't even an interaction with an officer. It was in Baltimore heading north on 95. And I got the ticket like 2 or 3 days later in the mail. I was like, son of a bitch.
The last speeding ticket I got, I cried, and it
got out of
wasn't
it?
like it really was not intentional. I was having a terrible day, and I just got pulled over, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" And it was like 11 a.m. Like it wasn't even fully into the whole day. And I think I made the guy feel so awkward. He was like, What's wrong?" And I was like, "I don't know." Like I didn't even have an explanation. I was like, "It's just a bad day."
I have bad orgasms. They're like earthquakes, but they should be like waves.
And he gave me the ticket and I got the fine, but same thing, I didn't get points on my license.
All right, the worst is, and if you're on the highway and there's other cars around and you see those lights go on and you just go, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks. You know it.
Don't you try to hide in between the other cars, though?
Do one of those things. Do you? So let me ask you. Overall, give an estimate to how many tickets you've gotten. I don't get a lot of. I'm actually a good driver. I mean, as far as I'm pretty.
Yeah, I've never gotten points on my license, so that would mean
I've never
that
either.
many, right?
It's been a long time since I've gotten one. Last one I got, actually, Steve, was when we were at Y100 in media. So it's been, many, many, many years.
Right.
I don't know.
So that's a long time ago.
Probably 6 tickets or so.
Yeah, probably 10, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
I remember my last one because I was on my way to my sister-in-law's baby shower. My nephew was 6, so it was 6 years ago.
I got one, Kath. I was so mad that I even got pulled. I didn't know what I was getting pulled over for. The problem is I was in a school zone. And there was a cop right behind me. The problem is I went past the little light flashing that it was a school zone, and then I stopped at a stoplight. Okay? So in the time that I was at the stoplight, completely forgot that I was in a school zone, and then I started driving. I wasn't I was within the speed limit, the regular speed limit, and I'm getting pulled over. I'm like, and Kath, I had just gone to Taco Bell. So I was eating a taco, and as I'm getting pulled over, I'm like, I wonder if I'm getting pulled over for eating.
What did I do, officer?
Because I had no idea. And I'm like, am I not, And so when he pulled me over, he was like, oh, you're speeding in the school
That's the way you eat a taco.
Yeah, that. But no, so I ended up getting, the ticket for that. And
sometimes, obviously there are traps and there are areas where you'll to be careful. People who are familiar with certain areas. And you see a newbie in an area that doesn't know a particular cop sits behind a particular store.
Yeah.
And you'll see people get nailed.
Well, right by the there's a reservoir on 252 near Lake Media, and there are 2 different spots where a police officer will sit, and there are lines. It's it's a speed trap, and I know this. And what sucks is the speed limit goes from 45 to 35. And so they'll clip you on when you slow down, and I know this. And I had some dude riding my ass, and I'm like, bud, and I ended up pulling over.
Right.
I'm like, you can go ahead. And sure enough, there was a cop waiting there, and I guess maybe the cop wasn't looking, maybe he was just doing it, so he didn't catch the guy speeding.
Do you know they're really strict? So on this stretch of road here, St. Asaph's down, right?
Yeah.
Is that this way is St. Asaph's?
No, to the right is St. Asaph's, to the left is presidential.
So you go down and down in that industrial area, and
it's
they
25.
It's posted strictly.
Wait, explain again.
25.
Where?
Yeah.
So
Make a left, Kath.
out of our park out, make a left. They are super strict on 25.
Oh.
So once you get down to presidential here, once you go through that light, 25 miles an hour, you got it.
And on the weekend, you will see them. There'll be 4 or 5, 6 cop cars pulling over people right and left.
By the way, I like this one. It says, where was it? Where did it go? This guy says, both times I got a ticket. Both tickets I've gotten, I was listening to Zeppelin at the proper level.
Police officers should understand.
And now I know better.
I got pulled over listening to Salisbury Hill, which is I was like, oh, it's a great song. This is a really great song. And I ended up going 64 and a 40. And I don't think Salisbury Hill is normally a song that'll pump you up that much, but for whatever reason, it did that day.
Casey, here's a text says, I'm a cop, and that thing with the school zone and stoplight or stop sign in the middle of it is super common for people to forget.
Yeah. Well, especially if you're eating a taco.
Yeah. Throws you off.
Wait a minute. I was eating a taco.
I've got to go to Rob.
Yes.
I need to hear this. Hey, Rob, you're on the air. Good morning.
How you guys doing, Gadzooks?
Good. Gadzooks to you, buddy. Okay, it says here you got 6 tickets in 47 minutes. Please explain.
So, I was on my way to the street races in South Philly. And I was
That's enough of that, yeah.
I was flying over the bridge, going over to Walt Whitman, and Port Authority got me. I got a speeding ticket, expired registration, and a seatbelt. When I got off the bridge, I was heading down toward Broad and Patterson. And at the time, there was a cop parked right alongside the train station. And I thought nothing of it. But when I went to go around them, she kind of came out to block the road. And I thought she was merely just pulling out. So when I went around her, she pulls a U-turn, pulls me over, and I got avoiding a police barricade, expired registration, and another seatbelt.
Were you like, Rob, hey, I'm running late for the street races?
Interesting.
The ironic thing was the people that I was meeting was going west down Patterson. They saw me pulled over.
Well, Rob, quick question. So you got 2 tickets for expired registration within minutes of each other. I always thought, wouldn't that come up as you just being ticketed for that? And is that standard to reissue that same ticket again? We're
different state, though. He was coming across.
That's right.
Yeah. Go ahead, Rob.
That was one of the first things out of my mouth when I got pulled over on Patterson. I was like, listen, I'm really sorry, but I just got, she's like, well, honey, you're getting 2 more. Like,
Wow. And by the way, I didn't know it was the Port Authority that has jurisdiction on the bridges. Because I've always been curious about that. Is because they're clearly the speed limit posted, and I was curious of who handles that. Jersey, PA, Delaware,
right?
When you get busted on end of our broadcast week at 10:37 on this Friday morning. Had a fun day we had today. So I'd like to thank everybody that made that possible. It was nice checking in with our friends Matt and Aliana at 6ABC today. Then we had Nor'easter Nick pop on. And that was around 8 o'clock. And he did a fully professional presented forecast for us, complete with the graphics and all the moving models and everything. It was so impressive.
Standing in front of it, doing it just for us.
So you got to watch the video of that on YouTube later on if you get a chance. But he was great. And yes, he said that for sure, guaranteed, somewhere around that 6-inch range, absolutely, with a kind of more 50% lean towards more than that, going up to, depending on where you are, a little more north and west of the city to a foot possibly.
Yeah.
So you're going to get snow all day long on Sunday, 6 inches for sure, and depending on where you are, could be 8 inches, 10 or 12, somewhere in that range, and maybe even a little further out, 16 inches.
Quite possible. So if you're thinking about, okay, if you do have to go in on Monday or think about how your day will shake out, he was telling me, and I'm in Mount Airy, that it'd be safe to sort of start the snow plowing and snow blowing and shoveling latter part of the day, early evening, because then you should be ahead of the game.
Yeah, there's ice coming in too. There's going to be a wintry mix after the snow, so there's ice and sleet and all that stuff that's going to kind of compound things. So just get yourself ready. And then we had Dr. Blasphemy and Reggie Bugmuncher on the program from Villain Arts 28th Annual Philadelphia Tattoo Arts Festival. Did you hear any of that this morning?
Matt had to turn it off. Wait, so she had an implant in her hand?
That was the very beginning.
Mercy,
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see the sword. I didn't want to see the implant in.
Everybody's got their thing. Like that didn't bother me, but it bothered Marissa. When she put fish hooks in her eyes, I couldn't watch it. Didn't bother Steve.
I screamed. I'd be one of those.
The implant, I didn't know it was an implant at first. I actually thought it was like she was branded.
Okay.
It kind of looks like that a little bit.
That's very much what it looks like.
So the sword swallowing's on our Instagram now. I think that's Instagram safe and won't get us dinged. Sometimes if something's too graphic, the overlords will
the algorithm.
say,
She sounded really nice.
Yeah, she was super
It's like a great event.
Yeah.
If I was in the city, I'd probably go. Because nothing else is going to be open on Sunday.
But that's going on all weekend. You can go to villainarts.com and you can get the information on that. How you doing today, man?
I'm great.
Cool.
Yeah.
Casey was at the game last night.
Casey had really good seats last night.
He did.
I had really good seats.
$3,000.
Gee, he must know someone.
I'll
Well,
tell you what, man. It was a great game last night.
You saw the best game of the season.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Triple-double
And we beat a
and
good team. We
double-double
beat Kevin Durant. You saw, controversial calls. You saw
Or
Joel
non-calls.
Embiid. Yeah. Joel Embiid played 46 minutes.
Triple-double.
Triple-double.
And then a double-double from Tyrese. There was.
I went over to see him at halftime, and I guess you were going
to the bathroom.
And I talked to Seamus, and he looks at Jared McCain. He goes, he's almost my age because Jared McCain's 20 and Seamus is
18.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Isn't it funny?
Yeah. And
I remember those moments when you start realizing that you're the age of the athletes, and then suddenly they're younger than you.
Well, that's what I was talking about with him last night. I said Eric Lindros and Allen Iverson were those guys. I was like, oh my gosh, they're the same age as me. And now I'm older than every professional athlete out there, except for maybe a golfer. You know?
Yeah.
Like I think golfers are.
It's funny now. You look at our team and you see the year they're born. They're all like 2001, 2002.
I never thought Eric Lindros would be calling my phone.
Oh my God.
Boom.
Wow. All right, well, all good. So let's get to our letter of the day so we can get a winner. Here we go.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Now, the Daily Letter. And the Preston and Steve Show is brought to you today by the letter
T, as in thunderstruck.
All right, and we now have a word. We'll take caller number 8, 610-660-9333. Let's see if you know what our word of the week is, because we got a very cool prize over here on this end that you could win. So what are you going to do today?
We got blocks of the band Muse of Eric Clapton, and we'll do Clapton, Derek and Dominoes, Cream, Clapton, and Disturbed, and more Gin Blossoms, Blues Traveler tickets and Smith Doctors for Lame Ass Trivia. And the vinyl cut is Bruce's second record, The Wild, the Innocent, and the East.
So I love that album.
Yeah.
I mean,
look at the back. Look how young they look. And you got David Sanchez in the band then, Vinny Mad Dog Lopez on drums.
I love the super early albums. I mean, there's just so many he has a great long career, but those songs tend to be my favorite. Yeah, make sure it's not warped.
Okay.
Warp check. We need like a sound effect. Warp check.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, let's see if we got a winner. We're going to go over to caller number 8, and it is Jim that's joining us. Hi, Jim. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How's it going?
Good, buddy.
Jimmy.
Jimmy, we need our word of the week. What is it?
Sweet.
Yes. That is correct, Jim. And you got the suite set up for the Tasties, which is Philly's biggest night in food. It's Sunday, February 1st. This is the VIP setup. You get to walk the red carpet at Live Casino and Hotel, taste exclusive dishes from the best chefs in the city, and get to see the live award show that's unlike any other. And you get access to the after party, immersive themed rooms, and even more food and drinks from Philly's top restaurants. And Marissa Magnotta will be hosting that event. So congratulations to you, Jim.
Hey, this is sweet.
Excellent. All right, buddy.
Hungry.
Hang on, and we will get your information, and we will take good care of you, my friend. I want to thank our sponsors. The Preston and Steve Show has been brought to you today by Acme Markets, fresh foods, and local flavors. Also brought to you by Dunkin', and the Preston and Steve Show runs on Dunkin'. Also, Worldwide Stereo, turning dens into superboxes since 1979. WorldwideStereo.com. We're working on a busy week next week. We're going to have BMX rider TJ Lavin checking in. We also have comedian Lucas Zelnick on the program. Our buddy Derek Pitts from the Franklin Institute, because we have the moon rocket that's going to be taking off.
Yes.
We have director Rick Roman Waugh. He is the guy that directed the Greenland movies, and he's got a new movie coming out, and he'll be in our studio. And we'll also have our buddy Mike Gemp from the Auto Show as we're getting set for that. So a lot of things for next week, and we'll add even more to that. That's it. We are done. Rage on. Have a great day in the morning. Be safe this weekend with the weather coming in. And don't forget Casey on Sunday, 5 p.m. and Ryan on Saturday at 3 p.m. Bye-bye, gang.